Yeah. Welcome to the Moral Victory Podcast, the intersection of culture and sports. If you watch on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you're listening wherever you get your podcast from, it's probably on Spotify. Rate us 5 stars. Me, I'm everyone's favorite Nigerian, Ehizoje, aka the Anointed One. Go ahead, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All you gotta do is spell my name right. That's Ehizoje. Again, that's Ehizoje.
What's happening, y'all? It's everyone's real favorite Nigerian. Indigo, baby.
My tagline.
It's my shit now, boy. It's my shit. Everyone's real favorite Nigerian. Actually, all three of them part of the podcast here. Indigo, baby, and whatever, Andy, whatever it might be. But y'all follow me on the gram at Indigo, baby. That's INDIGOBBY. And on Twitter, just add an extra Y because we ask more questions there.
What up, y'all? It's the original Nigerian. I am with all that favorite shit. I am the original Nigerian. Blake.
Who?
Blake John. You know, back when they didn't want me, now hot they want me. Follow me on Instagram, BLK_JHN. Once again, it's BLK_JHN.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Phoenix, the biggest, Big Phoenix. I'm here, man. I don't know if I'm Nigerian because I'm Black American. I don't know my lineage.
You probably got some in you.
You got 25%.
If I was Nigerian, I'd be the favorite Nigerian. But I don't know yet. I might be Sudanese. I am black as hell.
Hey, Blake, I gotta say though, your Instagram handle look like some shit like a streetwalker would save your name in their phone under. Like you're a Black John.
Black John.
You just look like this is my Black John right here.
That's
like a crackhead. What you mean by streetwalker?
A whore. Like a working whore, working girl.
If you were a customer, you're the only color customer that she got.
Yeah.
Like John right there. It's just a crazy amalgamation. Shout out Q. Of letters.
Q with the vocab this week.
Mm-hmm. We learning shit. SAT prep is also done on this podcast.
Hey, for the record, y'all, my this tree in the background is fake.
Is it?
Why would you expose that?
Why would you give up?
Why would you say that?
You expose
Give up
that.
the
Your whole
business,
shit
man.
died.
Paused.
Your whole shit died.
Just because I'm telling you, I just keep it real. It's Blake John, the realist. I'm the
You
original.
your girl mad that
Nigerian
you
and
said
the
that.
Yeah, you can hear her.
She got that plan, huh? That's her choice.
I got it like 4 years ago.
There's gonna be a big NFL episode, so it's only right that we start off with talking about Ceedee Lamb. Money.
Money.
So Ceedee Lamb signed a 4-year, $136 million extension today. That now makes him the second highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. The deal includes a $38 million signing bonus, the largest ever given to a wide receiver. So how y'all feel about Ceedee Lamb finally signing his extension with the Dallas Cowboys? Andy?
I'm pissed.
Bitch, is your name Andy?
Sorry.
Put your ugly ass down when I'm speaking, bro.
My bad. I had a dramatic pause in there. That's why. My bad.
Yeah,
Bro.
this motherfucker came and impregnated it. You better sit your fucking dirty ass down with your fake plant when I speak. All right,
Hey,
I'm playing with you.
Let
No
this
more.
little nigga with the Crayola mic go.
You just got your mic. Tell the crowd how long it took you to fix your dusty ass $20 mic from Amazon, bro. Tell the crowd how long. Took us goddamn 3 hours. The podcast was supposed to start 2 hours ago, bro.
Y'all clearly see I got the best setup. I'm the original Nigerian. These niggas got my.
You got a fake plant in your background. You don't hear shit.
Hey, talk about CD, bro.
All right, CDs are out of style, just like you. All right, but the real CD that plays for the Dallas Cowboys, I think that's a great deal for him. I don't know why it took so long. This is my thing with Jerry Jones. He just tried to get cute for whatever reason. Has he ever not paid a nigga? Like, which the nigga that he held out that he didn't pay? He paid Zeke. He paid Dak. DeMarco Murray? Really?
He went to the Titans.
But he held out for how long?
You don't remember, you don't know
I
who
remember
he is?
DeMarco. I'm just saying,
Des
did he
Bryant.
hold out?
Des Bryant.
Did he hold out and not
Des
pay?
Bryant.
Oh, Dez held out and he didn't pay him?
You add in a lot of,
My thing is,
stipulations.
who held out that didn't get paid? Because, like, okay, we all know CD was going to get paid. Like, he's not letting him walk. He's not trading him. Like, just pay the dude. Why are we even doing this whole dance? We all knew the bag was coming. And I think it was a reasonable price. Like, it's still expensive, but that's what the wide receiver market. But I think it was a reasonable price. They need him. He was a game breaker last year, especially with Pollard gone. Who else they got gone? They got a lot of pieces gone. They got like 9 starters off the team. So they're gonna need CD because it's gonna be Dak and CD show the whole year. So props to CD for getting that back.
And Jake Ferguson. What about you?
And Jake Ferguson.
CD's nuts. Nah, look, Ceedee Lamb finally got paid. I thought that all that drama we heard from Adam Schefter, and it's been about 4 weeks of reporting with the drama going on and CD not getting paid. It was just a waste. I'm like, yo, either trade this dude, give us some teams where he's gonna go, or pay him up. I don't understand what the tug of war was. It's just a bunch of egos out there in Dallas. But now the headlines are switching over to Michael Parsons and Dak Prescott waiting to get extended. So we're gonna see what happens with that. I don't think Jerry Jones is being frugal just to pay all 3 of these dudes. I think something's gonna shake. So I'm more interested to see what happens there. But shouts out CeeDee Lamb, man, much deserved contract. Definitely a top 5 receiver. And I honestly think Dallas got a good deal. So that's my thoughts.
Phoenix.
Yeah, I guess congratulations to CeeDee Lamb for making Trey Man money. In my casualness, it seems like some of his caliber should be making a lot more than this. But the whole NFL players and how much they get paid thing throws me for a loop every fucking time. But I mean, from the outside looking in, I always see, like to Andy's point, I'm always seeing Jerry Jones and the Cowboys going through some sort of contract fucking shenanigans with some high-ranked player or fucking disgruntled player on the Cowboys, and it 9 times out of 10 works itself out, or the nigga just leaves. So this doesn't really surprise me. It's a good move on them. They're gonna need all the help that they can get, like they do every year. Let's see if CD, does what he has to do this year.
Yeah, I was actually shocked that he didn't just reset the market because he was the last wide receiver to sign out of the big wide receivers that were free agents this year. Obviously, Justin Jefferson was first. He's young, so he set the mark. Tyreek Hill, a bit older, but he was still at that 35 per year number. And then CeeDee Lamb comes in at 34 a year. So definitely got a slight discount with CD. He definitely could have asked for more, and they wouldn't really have been able to do anything because we see this time and time again. It's not always the best player at the position that gets paid the most. It's the last player that gets signed that gets paid the most. So it is interesting to see what I think Blake brought it up, what Jerry Jones is going to do with Dak. I wouldn't be surprised if he lets him walk because at the rate it's going, Dak is going to command 60 mil plus a year. So
that's where I think he might draw the line.
And are you willing to pay
egregious.
Dak Prescott? Are you willing to pay Dak Prescott 60 million plus a year to be out in the first round every year? I think Dak is a great quarterback. I just feel like you might as well just pay somebody else a lot less if that's going to be the ceiling that you get from your quarterback play. So it is interesting to see. Also, Michael Parsons, best friends with CJ Stroud. We'll see if he tries to make a move towards Houston. But yeah.
Actually, I take back. I did the calculation. That's about $26 million a year. This nigga making John Collins money. He making Andrew Wiggins money, bro.
Wait, that's
He's
wait,
making 34 a year. He's making
No.
34 a year.
34.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
26.
No, it's 136 divided by 4 because it's the extension.
Oh, 136. I did 106. Okay.
And then it's
Q
$38
got the
million.
words, not the math though.
Okay.
He got
And
the-
so it's 34 a year. He making Desmond Bain money. He making DeAndre Ayton money. Bam Adebayo money.
This nigga got all the contracts up on his screen right now.
Jason Tatum money. I mean, it sounds a little bit better.
Tatum money is
100
respectable.
Tatum
100
money
mil
is
guaranteed.
Tatum money about to change.
100 mil guaranteed
True.
for an NFL player that plays
Yeah.
the
No,
receiving
that's
position. That's crazy.
really insane.
Tatum.
Non-figures.
Tatum about to make
He's
that
set
Dak
for life.
money.
He could
Yeah.
retire at the end of this contract
High
and
key.
just be
And
chilling.
you play for the Cowboys too. Like,
Yeah,
you
the
were a
bag
top
is forever. The thing with the Cowboys too that they struggle with, I think, is that they be so top heavy, and their names all turn into brand names. Like as good as Ayuk is, I don't know if he's like a brand name like that. You know, like Ceedee Lamb probably got like 5 commercials in Texas, and he got nationwide commercials, and every single person that knows the NFL knows the Cowboys players. So I feel like you pay a premium. I think this deal was a hella discount for sure. But like if you ball out on the Cowboys, everybody knows who you are, you know? Like goddamn. This is a horrible way to make my point.
ham, ham sandwich.
That's
Look at
crazy.
that.
Motherfucking this is a horrible way to make my point. Fuck, what's that nigga name? The DN. Bro, shut your ass up, bro. I don't want to do this with you again, bro. I'm sick and tired of your shit.
You talking about DeMarcus Ware?
No, God, they're D right now. Big ass dude. Good, good run stopper. Starts with a D. Pause. Fuck, man.
I don't know.
DeMarcus Lawrence. Yeah, like he's a really good player, right? But he's a household name. Not in this house, but other houses, he's a household name. God damn, boy. Because he plays for the Cowboys. Like there's a lot, like nobody knows a Will Anderson on the Texans, you type shit. So they end up paying hella for these dudes, and they real top heavy because they got top end talent, but they don't focus on building out the roster. And that's part of the reason they be folding too. In the
Will Anderson Jr., shout out to him. Nice.
Baller.
One of the greatest trade backs of all time. Shout out to the Houston Texans. Bro.
They kicked ass that year, bro.
One thing I will say about Ceedee and how you said he should reset the market. You know, at some point that game doesn't get cute and like somebody's gonna get caught holding the bag. It's kind of like musical chairs. And I think that's evident with someone like Jamar Chase out in Cincinnati right now. They might hold firm and not pay the dude. So I think CD and his agent kind of said, look, let's not get cute. Let's just kind of take this money. You know, you're only looking at maybe an extra $5 million per year, which is it's not nothing.
That's a lot.
That's also kind of trivial. Yeah, but I mean, I think they chose to just capitulate and not really.
I mean, compared to how much the NFL makes off these players, like it's really pennies in comparison. And we were talking in the group chat earlier about NFL finally letting private equity into the league. I think private equity is allowed to buy up to no 10%. More than 10% of a team, but that's going to be a huge influx of cash for these owners. So, I mean, it's good. It's really going to reset the value of a lot of teams, especially the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones was one of the biggest proponents of letting private equity in. So we'll see how much or if any that he sells the Cowboys for, because we know he bought that for like a couple $100,000. It's like a several billion-dollar, team now.
My
so
God, bro! If I can do anything,
valuable.
If I could do anything, I go back 30 years, collect some money with the homies, and buy an NFL team. That shit is crazy how that shit grows.
Now, who the fuck would you have found 30 years ago to buy a NFL team? Kind of niggas you know,
some
bro.
Free slaves, bro.
Jay-Z. Homies you got, bro.
I find Jay-Z. Crackdown, boy. I got an opportunity for you. Golly.
Meet me on the corner at 7, man.
Running drills.
All right, Joe.
Crazy.
This is the NFL episode, man. So we're gonna do some power rankings for y'all. We're gonna go through the NFC first, then we're gonna go through the AFC. We're gonna rank every division, the teams within the division, who we think we're gonna see come out on top, and it's gonna be a little prelude to a bigger NFL episode that we're gonna have come out either on Saturday or Sunday, where we go into our Super Bowl picks and award winners for the end of the year. So, what division we start off with, Andy?
We're gonna start out with the AFC East. All right.
You said AFC East?
The AFC East. Oh,
You
you know,
mean
I'm sorry, my guys. We are starting off with the NFC. We are starting off with the NFC West. Man,
This brother dyslexic.
bro, this graphic I got is weak as fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's all out of order. So we just gonna rock out how we rock out, all right? So
This brother is dyslexic.
That's
Yo,
cool.
we
If
finna
I- if
start
I was
out
in
with
person,
the
bro-
ABC 7.
Oh my god.
Oh
That's
shit.
bro, them's fighting words, bro. Put this graphic up, man. All right, let me throw this shit up. So, I have no slides. That's crazy. Share screen. Yeah, we doing this shit. All right. Boom! We ready. All right, y'all. So we're gonna run through some of these divisions and give out our division winners. First, we're gonna start with the NFC because the NFC is weak as fuck, and we're gonna say the good shit for last. Hey, are you ready for this? All right, so we're starting off with the NFC West. They have the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Rams in their division. EJ, we're gonna have you go first and go ahead and give us your top to bottom.
First off, old ass logos, but
I knew what I could, bro. Don't ask me no shit.
I was gonna say this a PS1 ass graphic, bro.
All right, you know what?
This nigga got the St. Louis Rams in the logo, bro. When was the last time they was in St. Louis?
When's the last time you was in a shower, you smelly ass nigga? Shut up. Golly, smell you through the fucking screen. Dusty ass, sweaty ass nigga. We all see you, bro. Playing with you.
Bro, it's summertime. It's summertime and you got a fucking thermal on, bro. Dressed like a homeless nigga.
My house is cold, bro. I told you I put on the AC.
all right, y'all.
Your house ain't got insulation. That's what it is.
You dumb as hell, man.
I'm gonna go through my rankings real quick for the NFC West. I think it's probably one of the stronger divisions in the NFC. I'm gonna start at the top. Very easy. The 49ers, like best defense probably in the league. High octane offense, one of the best play callers at head coach with Shanahan. I could see him winning 13, 14 games, cruising through the NFC. Number 2. This might be a shocker for y'all. I'm gonna go the Arizona Cardinals.
I knew you were gonna do some shit like that.
Last year, when they didn't have Kyler Murray, we all thought they were going to tank for Caleb Williams. What ended up happening, we saw the heart that this team has. Almost like, I want to say the first 6-7 weeks of the season, every loss that they had was like a one possession game. So now that they have Kyler Murray, they drafted Marvin Harrison Jr., James Conner's healthy, Trey McBride came up strong at the end of the year. I think they're going to be able to compete with anyone. And in actuality, it just shows how much parity there is in the NFC West, because the Seahawks and the Rams, we've seen them lose a lot of players recently. So that goes into my third team, the Rams. Cooper Kupp is coming back, but Aaron Donald, he retired, right? I wasn't tripping that I didn't like.
He retired?
He didn't retire?
He did retire. He did retire.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say, I just want to make sure.
Know that.
I feel like it hasn't been.
Was it like a fake retire? Let's see.
That's what
I
I
feel
thought
like
it was.
I feel like it hasn't been talked about enough when it comes to the Rams. Like their defense is about to.
Yeah, he retired. What
So
the
this
fuck?
is
That was fake.
Yeah, so I
Well,
think
they still have his
defense
locker. They still have his locker with everything in it. So they're hoping that he comes back mid-season, but he's for sure not with the team at the moment.
Facts.
Well,
okay.
the defense is going to take a step back, and he was pretty much holding the ship together. Luckily, Cooper Kupp is back, so their offense, they'll be able to move the sticks with him, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams. And now they have insurance in case Kyron gets hurt with Blake Corum. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be the best of seasons for the Rams. I could see them winning maybe like 10 games. I wouldn't be surprised if this is Sean McVay's last season because initially he said he just wanted to ride it out with his guys, and that was Aaron Donald and Matthew Stafford.
Wait,
And then
you said you got the Rams last, but they could win 10
third,
games?
third, dog.
Oh, third. They
Damn.
could win 10 games at third?
I told you it's one of the best divisions in the NFC. I didn't start off
Bruh.
by saying that. I could have sworn I said
Bruh.
that.
10
Anyway.
games in third. I don't know the last team to be 10 games in third. That's crazy.
I mean, probably last year, NFC East. But last I'm gonna go is the Rams or the Seahawks. This thing trip me up. Last time I go was the Seahawks. Geno Smith, he's already having injury issues. They have a new offensive coordinator. They're gonna be spreading the ball around a lot. So it should be interesting to see what the Seahawks do. One, whole new coaching staff, and two, they're gonna be trying new things. So I'm gonna put them last for now, just because we haven't seen them in action. But yeah, that's my rankings for the NFC West.
Fuck with it. I like it.
Good logic.
I'll
Good
run
logic.
through mine.
Yeah.
So I barely have logic. All right. I run off emotion, blood, sweat, and tears.
That's what we want around here.
Obviously, this is not even a biased pick. Come on, we know Niners. We up. Okay. So we're gonna go Niners. To be honest, I actually am pretty torn between Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals for similar reasons of what EJ said. Last year, obviously, they actually did do a lot better than what we thought they were going to do, considering they had no Kyler Murray. So it is going to be nice to see them with Kyler Murray back this year. I don't know. Something about me doesn't want to put them second. Like I don't know what it is. But I am. I mean, I am going to go with them second. Rams third, Seahawks fourth. Seahawks got a lot to fix before they get out of the bottom of the division. But shout out Geno though.
Damn. Okay. I see where y'all head at. I see where y'all head at, man.
Interesting. Should I go
Kyler.
next?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Blake. Talk to the people.
I'm gonna fade EJ and Q because this is a sucker bet. Thinking that the Niners are gonna finish first. It's about time for the Niners to regress negatively as they've been on the up for the last couple seasons. Y'all good? You heard me?
Yeah, no, we hear you. we want to finish your sentence.
All right, no, I thought something was going on. Anyways, they got injuries with McCaffrey already.
I can tell you what's going on.
Ayuk is still dealing with. We're good. Ayuk is still dealing with contract issues, so that locker room's already messed up. Secondly, we got. See, now I'm gonna have an Andy. Who's the dude that hasn't reported? He's been holding down offensive line.
Oh, Trent Williams.
Trent Williams.
Trent Williams is not there, and he's the most important player on that team. So the Niners already have a bunch of headwinds going into the season. It's not even week one. So I'm fading the Niners, and realistically, I think they're probably going to win 10 games at most. So
That's
with
crazy.
that being said, the Niners at 2. The Rams, I think, are retooled. You got Cooper Kupp he's back in his bag. He's about to show you again what his prime looked like for the second season. Hopefully, Puka Nacua is healthy. Get the Rams defense ramped up. And they got Matthew Stafford on his last season because they actually just restructured his contract. And so I think he wants to go out with a bang and essentially, right into the sunset with McVay. So I got the Rams at 1, like I said. And then I'm gonna go with Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. at 3rd. I just think that this team is actually due for positive regression. They're gonna have an electric offense. I really don't have much to say about the Cardinals. And then the Seahawks, I got them. They lost Pete Carroll, and a lot of people think that's a positive. I personally think that's a negative. Their defense has a lot of questions that have been unanswered for many seasons. Can't stop the run at all, kind of like Andy alluded to last episode. And yeah, I don't really. I mean, people talking about Indigobby and what's that big dude's name?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. They got Indigobby, Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett as arguably the top three or one of the best wide receiver corps in the NFL. But I mean, they're gonna need Geno to get it together and throw it to them, and I'm just not seeing the vision. So yeah, I got Rams first, Niners second, Cardinals third, Seahawks fourth.
One thing I will say about the Seahawks before Andy gives us his list is the offensive coordinator was the old head coach at Washington. And we saw how dynamic that passing offense was. So we'll see how much he's able to actually translate to the NFL, because obviously college and NFL is two completely different games. But I think they are set up for at least some success through the air. It might take a year or two. I could see them really putting some, capital into JSN being that number 2 behind DK Metcalf.
All right, y'all ready for the real list? Look, I'm gonna get it to you straight. At 1, because I agree with you, Blake. It's time to fade the Niners, but I ain't buying none of these suckers, bro. I'm buying none of these suckers. I tried to find a way to go against the Niners and get cute. I couldn't find it. The Niners at 1. They still the dogs. They still got the best play caller in the NFL. They still got the best head coach in the NFL. They still got the best amalgamation of talent in the NFL by far. Their O-line has a lot of holes on it, but the Shanahan system does not rely on a great O-line. They only rely on great left tackles. Go look at the Dolphins. Go look at the Texans. Go look at how all these Shanahan disciples have run. They just got a left tackle. The line somehow succeeds. Their defense still got stars all over the field. Ayuk is back. He's back at least in the building. I think it's going to be fine. Trent Williams will get back in camp. None of these other 3 teams have enough talent or have the coaching to take him down. But that takes me to number 2, the Rams. Sean McVay, I'm not betting against Sean McVay. I don't care who's on the team. As long as he got a quarterback and he got a star receiver and he got his brain that works in the morning when he wakes up, I'm taking him. I'm taking him at number 2. The defense is going to struggle, but they found ways to finesse a little bit on the defense. The back end got some young talent, but they actually looked solid last year. They came around a little bit at times. Obviously, against elite talent, they folded, but against the middle pack teams, I'll take them over those teams. So I believe in Matthew Stafford. I believe in Cooper Kupp. Puka showed out last year. You got 2 elite weapons on the outside and a good running game. The offensive line went from bottom 5 to top 5 in a year. They're going to be solid. I'm taking the Seahawks at 3. Why are we sleeping on the Seahawks? Always sleeping on the Seahawks, man. I got them. I already placed a bet for them to win over 6.5 games. I think they're going to actually have a good year. Just saying, bro. If you win 7 games, that's going to get you 3rd. You're not getting last with 7 games.
Not in this division.
You realize this division is going to cannibalize each other. So if you had 10 wins, there's no way you're getting 3rd because you probably ate off. If you got 10 wins, you had to get them against somebody else in the division.
17-week season, man.
So you get 7 losses. All your losses got to be outside the division to get 10 wins. I'm just saying. But I think the Seahawks, man, they are just play hard-nosed football, and every year they in the competition. Geno, do I trust Geno? Fuck no. But I think the defense got a little better. The O-line was great last year with the young left tackles. They got a lot of young talent. So I think the talent is going to rise to the top a little bit. They get another year to develop all that. Cool. The Cardinals. I get the hype because I'm a big Kyler fan. I get it. But that defense is fucking awful, bro. It's fucking trash. It's probably the worst in the league. And I didn't see them get much better. Like, is Budda Baker even – I think he's their best player on defense. I think he might be entering the camp hurt or ending the season hurt. But regardless, they got great offensive personnel. I do like their head coach from the Eagles coaching staff. I think they need another year for everything to come together, though. But because even last year when they went on that kind of small run, they didn't look that impressive. Like they played some weak ass teams and got blown out by good teams. So I don't believe in them until I see it. I believe in Kyler. I don't believe in the whole team though. They still like rebuilding more than the Seahawks are to me. That's why.
What's the next division, man?
EJ disappointed, bro. Why you disappointed, EJ?
I'm not.
He just said.
He said he did a LeBron.
Yeah. Ooh, you bet the over on 6.5. Like, congrats, dog.
Would you take the over? Or would you take the under?
For the Seahawks, I'll
Because they
take
put the
over.
line up, so the line is there. If if you think that's free money, go put your money down.
Oh,
You put the money down for me, though.
Uh-oh.
No,
He
you
said
give me
put your money
$100. I'll
where
bet
your
it for you right now.
You gotta pay me 60 for the fantasy football league. dog.
That I'm not even gonna be drafted in. But okay,
Ooh.
toss me another 40. Toss me some money. I'll put it down for you since it's such an easy bet. Go ahead. Exactly.
Okay, before we
All
move
talk.
on.
This podcast is about action, bro, not talk. All right.
man.
We don't do no moral victories. I'm about real victories, boy. I'm about real victories. Stop playing with me. Oh yeah, you ain't better.
I just don't gamble like that. I'm sorry, man.
You gambling right now with your life.
Wait, who's threatening me? Who's threatening me?
I'm just saying, bro.
Who's threatening me?
I'm just saying, my guy.
Put a name on it.
Hey,
Don't
before,
back down now.
I
before we
put no
move on,
name on nothing. I'm just saying it. This is
before we move
divisional.
on
First
to the
division,
next
by the way.
division,
Yeah, save
We're
your
not
boy.
even gonna make
Save
it to
your
the
boy.
AFC before somebody die.
He
we're not
accidentally
gonna
walked
make it to the
into
NFC South.
the
Damn.
waters.
Stay up,
Gloves
Give a
please,
shout
Blake.
out to my
Gloves in
man
my house.
Andy.
For
I just want
what?
to give a shout out to my man Andy, man.
Yeah, talk about
Barely
it.
got a GED. Barely got a GED, but he said amalgamation, bro.
God damn.
Hey, Blake. You put
All right, I'm gonna add some sounds for y'all. My bad. I've been lagging
what
on.
is that? Hey, Blake, you
ain't got
talking
to
shit.
that.
Take your hat off, Blake.
I'm gonna add sounds for y'all.
Take your hat off, Blake. Dusty ass nigga, looking homeless and shit.
Well, what's the next
Ugly
division,
ass
bro?
bitch.
We're gonna do this between each division. We
Looking
gonna
like
be
a
here
dark Twix
forever,
bar, you
bro.
goofy bitch. Looking like a damn dark chocolate bobblehead. Looking like a Pex bar. You just
All
come
right.
on, man.
NFC South, man. I'm gonna start off again.
NFC South.
As you guys can see, I'm a Saints fan. So it pains me in my heart, pains me to say that the
Put 'em at the
Falcons are
bottom.
going to finish first. Hell nah. Don't say that about the Saints, Phoenix. Anyway, Falcons are gonna finish first in the NFC South this year. Yeah, new head coach, new play callers. They're gonna put an onus on the offense, which is what we've all been waiting for. It's a long time coming. They have too many weapons, too many first rounders, too high of pedigree not to, put the ball in your best player's hands. They signed Kirk Cousins. We'll see how he is with the Achilles recovery, but regardless, it's better than Desmond Ridder. And they have a pretty solid defense. Number 2, I'm gonna go the Buccaneers. They got a lot of holdovers from last year, obviously led by their 2 receivers, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Yeah, Baker Mayfield didn't play bad last year. He played okay. He kept the ship right, and he was able to throw downfield for Mike Evans more often than not. And then that's another team that has just had a good defense for the past several years. So third, we got the Saints. It's gonna be a tough year. We got a new offensive coordinator. He comes from the Shanahan tree, so we'll see if he's able to put the ball into Olave's hand. But unfortunately, we still have Derek Carr, and it took
Tragic.
12 weeks into the season last year for him to consistently throw Chris Olave. We also have Kamara, but Kamara's getting older. He's close to 30 now, and we know what happens when running backs turn 30. I know a lot of dump offs are going to go to Kamara because, again, it's Derek Carr. But other than that, our skill positions are lacking greatly. Our defense is getting older. Cam Jordan's still here, but I don't know. Demario Davis, those are some wily vets like Tyrann Mathieu too. I'm trying to think of some young players that we got.
Shout out Honey Badger. One of my favorite players.
Alontae Taylor's young. That's cool. We'll see if he gets playing time. Paul Debo. But other than that, it's gonna be a struggle of the year. We'll see if we win 6 games. I'll be shocked if Des Allen is the head coach halfway through the season. And last, I got the Panthers, man. They just got too much they need to fix. They still need to continue working on their offensive line. Bryce Young has no protection, so he's just running around. We don't even know how good Bryce Young is yet because of how bad the offensive line was last year. Jonathan Brooks, first round running back, or was he first round or was he like early second round? I can't remember, but he was the backup to Bijan Robinson in Texas, and he was nasty. So we'll see what happens when he comes back from injury. Deontay Johnson at receiver gives Bryce Young a safety net, but overall, Panthers are trash. This is the worst division in the league. This is going to be easy, though, for the Falcons.
Jonathan Brooks, round 2, pick 46.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go next again. I'm gonna go Falcons. Shiny new toys. Looks like they're gonna be fun this year. Like EJ said, a lot of good weapons offensively. So, and correct me if I'm wrong. NFC South is just not good of a division. So
Garbage.
I mean, I just think this is clearly the bright spot of the division. Because I really don't even know where to go with the next 3. I will say this. I'm gonna put Buccaneers second. Keep in mind, what do I always say, gentlemen?
I'm a casual.
I'm casual. Buccaneers, I fuck with Baker Mayfield, bro. Like, he's kind of mid. He be making shit happen.
No, he's tight. He's tight.
You know,
he ruined Odell's career.
He what?
He ruined Odell Beckham Jr.'s career.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
that's the one thing I can't forgive him for.
Yeah,
the Browns.
Yeah,
he was on the Hall of Fame trajectory before.
He really was, bro.
Just did not want to pass him the ball ever.
Now he's doing zesty dances with Drake.
Yeah, crazy. He been doing the zesty dances though. Oh, you talking about Odell? Oh shit, he has too.
Odell. Yeah, they got a zesty team. That's the issue.
Oh, bro, maybe
dark
zesty
skins.
team is the key.
Yeah, need some dark skins on the team. That's what they needed.
Man, call me, bro. I'm available. Yeah, I'm gonna go Saints and then Panthers. Panthers just look like Panthers look trash. They look like the Hornets of the league right now, which is crazy because
damn,
they're in Carolina.
Carolina,
get your shit together, bro.
Man.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out Charlotte, man. We hating on Charlotte the last 2 episodes. Man.
Yeah, Charlotte's on the up and up, bro. So I don't mean to. Y'all just got to get y'all. Do they have, what's their baseball team?
Probably last 2. They ain't got one. See, weak. Come on, Charlotte. Have something, bro. Get something, bro.
Steph Curry on his way.
Crazy.
Maybe he more likely to join the Panthers than he is the fucking Hornets.
No, for real.
Panthers starting QB.
Right, so I'm gonna go third. This division is honestly ass, and I want nothing to do with it in terms of ranking because, like EJ said, it's probably the worst division in the NFL by far. And with that being said, I don't really have too many answers in terms of 1 through 4, but I'll tell you this: you got the top 2 teams, which are the Falcons and the Buccaneers, and you got the bottom 2 teams, which are the Saints and the Panthers. Now, the Saints have some veterans under center with dude from Fresno. Yeah. Hey, what's that dude's name? Derek Carr. Exactly, Derek Carr.
Hey, I don't know what happened to our brains this podcast, bro. I can't remember shit about shit.
It's karma.
Start the season, bro.
It's mad karma. I was talking about dyslexia. That shit impacted me quick.
This is what happens when you podcast after work, bro.
Yeah,
no, for real.
Hey, it's 9 p.m. for me. It's my bedtime.
Old ass nigga.
So I got the Saints in third just because I think they do have an infrastructure of success that exists that hasn't really existed anywhere else in this NFC South. And so with that infrastructure and that culture, and that Super Bowl history, I guess I'm gonna put them at third. Fourth, I'm gonna put the Panthers. EJ said something. I think how bad wrestling is. And offensive line or not doing much. They have no weapons, and they're kind of the Saints in terms of culture. It's just a losing culture there. They love losing. Now going for the bottom or the top two teams, I'm gonna go with the Falcons just because, like you said, there's a bunch of new weapons there. You got a lot of promise with Drake London, Kyle Pitts. You got Kirk. If that doesn't work out, you got Michael Penix. And then you also got that running back. Don't know his name right now.
Miles
Bijan?
Sanders.
Bijan Robinson.
Bijan.
Bijan Robinson. Yeah,
Oh, I thought I meant for the Panthers.
for the Falcons.
Damn, boy,
not
you
paying
had
attention.
3 licks in a row. Hey,
This thing.
hey, shut up.
So yeah, with Bijan and with all the weapons they have on offense, I think the Falcons are gonna make some noise. And if Kirk Cousins comes back to form, they can make some noise in the playoffs. Because I mean, just by being a division winner, they're gonna get a playoff berth. So I like the Falcons first. Tampa Bay Buccaneers actually did make noise last year. Baker did prove himself and just earned $100 million. And so off of that and off of their Super Bowl pedigree, I'm going to have them second. They have a lot more talent, a lot more recent feelings of success. So I got the Buccaneers second.
Valid. All right, my list for the NFC South, which we all agree is by far the most garbage division in the league. They should just drop a nuke on all these 4 cities besides the Falcons and just eliminate those stadiums because ain't nobody
take Atlanta out too, bro. There's some wild shit going on.
Freaky ass shit over there.
Hey man, New Orleans has been through enough. Come on.
The whole fuck.
Come on.
All right,
Oh, shit.
take out Carolina, bro. Take out Carolina. So I agree with all of y'all. It's the Falcons division to lose. They got too much talent. Like they got a veteran quarterback who has shown to be an above average quarterback, made his career, made his name for himself. He got elite weapons. You go from Desmond Ridder. They almost won the division last year. And they had Desmond Ridder who just got cut today. So he's not even in the league. That was the quarterback for them last year. They got elite weapons all around. They might have one of the best, they for sure got top 5 offensive personnel in the NFL. Defense is coming around. They got a lot of young talent. They got some nice pieces on the D-line. I'm going to take him at 1. At 2, I'm struggling because I honestly got all 3 of these teams, like you said, just the same level of trash. I think I've been switching out the Bucks and the Panthers. But out of respect for the Bucks, and because the Panthers haven't shown me that they can have a winning culture, I'm gonna put the Bucks at 2. But my gut feeling is that the Panthers ball out this year. Not ball out, but win like look respectable. They got the I'm talking about the Bucks first. The Bucks, they still got a solid defense. They got a lot of aging vets. I don't know if they're gonna stay healthy the whole time. I don't believe in Baker. I'm sorry. I think he's solid, but I don't think he is as good as what he looked like last year. They had an easy ass competition. He had the schedule kind of benefited him last year. Like it all worked out, having to work out for him. But they still play, solid ball. So I'm going to respect them and put them at 2. Still got a lot of questions about their depth and all the rest of the shit, but look who they're against. The Panthers, I'm putting at 2 or 3. I think they made the most improvement, the highest level of improvement in the division. I mean, Falcons obviously got a quarterback, so that's a huge jump. But I think the Panthers are going to look competitive around middle of the season and give people a run for their money. I don't think Bryce is as bad as he looked, but again, he looked like I've actually not seen a starting quarterback or a number 1 pick look that bad in my life besides who's that dude that got drafted. Man, I'm not playing this game anymore. We don't remember the name. We not speaking on it. But Josh Rosen or something to the Cardinals, whatever. But yeah, I think he's going to be better than people think. They added Deontay Johnson, added some pieces on the O-line. They should have a lot more infrastructure for him. But again, they haven't shown a winning culture. I got the Bucks in last. Or not the Bucks, the Saints in last. I don't believe in shit that got to do with Derek Carr. I really don't. And I think this team, the reason I got him in last is not because of the talent, because they still got enough talent to be in 2 or 3. I think, like EJ said, Dennis Allen, if you got the odds, pull him up because it's a good bet. Dennis Allen, first coach to get fired. I don't think this team rocks with him. This team had a little bit. They just didn't look connected. If you seen how Chris Olave interview where they asked him what was exciting about the preseason, and he's like, nothing. Like, he didn't have a single thing he could point out. I don't think this team rocks with each other. I don't think they trust the coach, quarterback. And when you don't have the coach and the quarterback on the same page with the rest of the team, it's really tough. At least the Panthers got like young, energy behind them, even if they trash, but they still got hope. There's no optimism in New Orleans. And like EJ said, the defense is aging. Offensively, they got questions about their O-line. So I don't know. I don't know where they stand. I feel like they're going to tap out halfway in the year and just start losing games they should win. And then maybe they bottom out and finally accept that they're not a contender and get a nice pick at quarterback.
When Dennis Allen really lost the locker room? It was last year at the end of the season. We were facing the Falcons.
Yep.
Jameis Winston was in. Yep. Jamal Williams was in at running back. And they called for victory formation. Jamal Williams hadn't had a touchdown all year. So the players as a collective say, hey, we're going up against our rival because it's fuck the Falcons at all times. Let's get this man, Jamal Williams, a locker room favorite, a fucking touchdown. So out of victory formation, Jameis hands the ball off. He gets the touchdown. We all seen the interaction between the coaches after. Instead of Dennis Allen to back his players, he essentially throws Jameis Winston under the bus. And when they go into the locker room to confront Jameis about it, it's all the other players sticking up for Jameis.
Yep.
So it's kind of shitty, like how that situation turned out, because Jameis wasn't just a fan favorite, he was a locker room favorite. And you can make an argument that he probably should have just been the starter for the Saints instead of them going out of their way to overpay Derek Carr, who was already regressing from his 1 year peak with the Raiders. So
we all knew that contract was bad the minute it got signed. Like every single person with a brain knew that contract was bad the minute they got signed, and that's how Saints have been running shit ever since. And yeah, man, you're right though. That's the first moment I was like, oh, they cooked. Like he's not staying past next year. Tragic. And on top of that, he's doing the same shit this offseason. Hey, shout out EJ with his sound effects, man. We upgraded. I said he did this offseason.
That wasn't me. That's just Blake holding the phone to the mic.
Crazy. Keeping it ghetto out here.
This weekend, I'll upload some shit. This week,
yeah. But then he do that shit with some there's some dude, I forgot his name, but he fuck. He
fuck. They don't remember nobody's name.
You talking about Kendre Miller?
Yeah, he tore in him and said they asked him how do you think he's gonna do, and he's like, I have no idea. He never is on the field. We don't know what he just railed into. I'm like, bro, the dude's trying to get on the field and earn a contract.
You can't control injury issues, bro.
Like just defend him at least.
You're the one who chose to fucking draft him in the 3rd round, bro. Like, what you doing?
Exactly. So yeah, I don't know about the Saints. I feel like they're gonna bottom out by midseason.
Yikes.
What's the next division, man?
NFC North.
Yeah, we're taking it to the NFC North. Finally get some excitement in here, baby.
Yeah, let me wake up a little
bit.
Yeah, baby.
Division in the NFL.
Yes,
the most compelling division in the NFL.
Possibly.
Compelling. Okay.
Possibly, yeah.
We got the Bears, we got the Lions, we got the Packers, we got the Vikings. The Lions took this division last year. The Bears were the very worst in the division and the league last year, drafting Caleb Williams. EJ, what's your thoughts on this division?
Hey, man, Lions are about to go back-to-back, winning the division. I mean, you got Jared Goff having a career resurgence, showing that he did not need Sean McVay, that he was a valid number 1 draft pick. And then you have probably the best running back tandem in the league with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs is so dynamic when he's out in space, but you also have David Montgomery who could run between the tackles, set the tone, which they're going to do. They're going to run 35 to 40 times in a game. They're both going to get crazy touches. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta. It's a crazy offense, to be honest, looking at it and knowing like that their head coach is really a defensive head coach. And Aiden Hutchinson, we are already seeing like the effect he's having on the defensive end. He is a game breaker. I think the Lions are gonna run away with this division. And shout out to Marcus Davenport, former Saint. Next, number 2, I got the Green Bay Packers. They kind of snuck into the playoffs last year. They had a good second half to the season. Jordan Love started playing a lot better. So we're gonna see if he's actually the franchise quarterback or not. This is really gonna be like the telling season. They got Josh Jacobs to really make that run game formidable again, because obviously last couple years Aaron Jones has been struggling with injury issues, so he hasn't been there the whole season. Hopefully Josh Jacobs can stay healthy because he's coming off an injury riddled season as well. But the offense should be a lot better, a lot smoother. Christian Watson's healthy, Romeo Doubs is healthy, and then Jaden Reed, their second-year receiver from last year, is healthy as well. So I think there's a big drop off from the Lions and the rest of the division. But I got Packers at 2. After that, I got Chicago Bears at 3. I can't remember the last time a rookie quarterback had this much hope from jump. Offensive line's a little shaky, but I mean, you got Caleb Williams. He's able to navigate himself outside the pocket. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of 3 and outs just from him holding the ball too long, but that is just going to come with time. He's going to get the timing down. Second half of the season is really when we're going to see that offense really start to click. Obviously, you got that number 1 receiver in DJ Moore, just signed, got his $100 million. You got Keenan Allen, Wally Vett. He's going to be a monster in the slot. And then Roma Dunze, give him at least 7-8 games to really start being a deep threat. And then defense, they got Montez Sweat last year. And then they have a Pro Bowler in Jalen Johnson, who's literally a shutdown corner. I think I was watching Hard Knocks, and Keenan Allen was like, yeah, I have not caught a single ball against Jalen Johnson this whole training camp, this whole preseason. So that shows you how good he is.
I saw that sound either really good or really bad.
Yeah, there are reports that Keenan Allen is like 230 right now, which I don't know is true or not, but
damn.
And then last but not least, we got the Vikings. They were going to be last whether or not JJ McCarthy was healthy, to be honest. I haven't seen enough of JJ McCarthy as a thrower to really let you know whether or not if I believe in him as a first round draft pick. Sam Darnold, shout out to USC for having great college quarterbacks and terrible NFL quarterbacks, bro. Last time we had a great, we'll see what Caleb Williams does. But before Caleb Williams, the last time we had a great college quarterback and a great NFL quarterback was Carson Palmer. And the next closest is
RG3.
USC, nigga. USC.
I'm following you. Bro, you said the last time we had a great college quarterback and a great NFL quarterback, and I was like, oh, so you brought
I'm talking about USC the whole time, bro.
I know you was.
The next closest is Mark Sanchez. We saw that nigga. We saw Mark Sanchez. Anyway,
cut that shit out.
Anyways, they got Sam Darnold, they got Aaron Jones, they got Justin Jefferson, who is arguably the greatest receiver in the league, but TJ Hawkinson's hurt, Jordan Addison's hurt. It's just a mess in Minnesota right now. So they're easily the last in the division for me.
Cold like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Cold like Minnesota.
Cold like Minnesota. I'm gonna start bottom up, pause. Because like he said, it's cold in Minnesota. They don't have their go-to quarterback anymore. A lot of things they got to work out. I'm putting them at the bottom. Next, number 3. I'm going to go Bears. Like, Caleb Williams, he is exciting. But like as a betting person, regardless of what they're going into the season with, I can't put too much on that. And after that explanation, Beautiful explanation by Ehizoje about USC quarterbacks. That just makes me even less confident. I do like what I'm seeing from preseason though. But preseason is preseason, you know, like how much weight can I put on that? But I mean, he does, like I said, there's a lot of help there. So I hope for Chicago fans, for Bears fans out there who's had the worst sporting history probably of all time. Probably not. That's probably a stretch, but yeah. Hopefully Caleb Williams is your guy, which would be funny.
Say that when you from Oakland. Like, what?
What does that even mean?
That's crazy.
We have nowhere near the worst sporting history of all time.
All your teams left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they won at least.
You're right there. They won. Yeah, they won when they was there.
The Athletics won. What did
the Warriors won when we was there too?
All right, cool. Warriors. Who else, bro?
And the Niners.
That's not Oakland, but
that's
San Francisco.
And it's good because I don't care. I'm a Bay Area sports fan. Brother.
San Jose Sharks.
Man, fucking the Fresno Bulldogs. I mean, that's not Bay Area, but whatever.
Shout out AJ Green.
Man, shout
out AJ Green.
I was about to say shout out Kawhi. What the fuck? He went to San Diego State. Damn, I lost my train of thought, bro. You're trying to shit on me, bro.
My bad. You talking about Chicago being the worst sports city of all time?
Bro, Chicago got the Bulls and the Bears are like one of the most historical franchises.
Chicago,
save that smoke for the Panthers, bro. Save that smoke for the Panthers.
Not to mention the Chicago Cubs, bro. Chicago Blackhawks.
This might be the best sports city in the fucking world.
The Chicago White Sox are on a crazy losing streak, or they had a crazy losing streak.
Oh yeah, they lost like 25 in a row
in the league.
All I know is in my lifetime, the Bears have been trash.
Yeah, man.
And have not even.
Shout out Brian Urlacher, man.
Man, the last
one. Hall of Famer Devin Hester.
See, bro, Pat Tillman, like Khalil Mack, they got iconic people, bro. They just can't.
They do. They just can't win.
Run this shit. Yeah, they run like the Lakers, low key. That's why.
Next up, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm eating and shit. Next up, we got the Packers. Jordan Love, baby. He won me my fantasy league last year.
Shout out.
I had to fucking sit Lamar Jackson because he was folding 3 weeks in a row. I was like, damn, all I got is Jordan Love. I put him in on the right game. I forgot what game that was. Nigga went stupid. I may be biased, but I have faith in Jordan Love. That's the new black quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, man. Not only do y'all got a new exciting quarterback, the nigga's black too. Yes. Plus 100.
Light-skinned niggas is back, boy.
Light-skinned niggas is back. We back to the 90s, bruh. Let's go. And then obviously
Pat Mahomes.
Definitely not, bro. He's not even. I don't know. Like he's not. He's a wigger.
Yeah,
you know
he need to be more light skinned. He need to be more light skinned to be like Pat.
Don't let his dad see this.
Hey, his dad is a certified nigga. He just didn't pass it down to his son.
How the nigga got washed out in one generation. Like all the niggas got washed out. That's insane.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, depending on who you're talking to.
Just bro, keep a little bit, bro.
You know, yeah, damn. Pat. It's the curly mohawk for me, bro. Cut that shit off, bro.
It's too much.
Cut that shit off, bro.
At this point, I don't think it look good.
Lions taking over for first. They had such a fun, exciting season last year. I imagine them doing this again. Yeah, that's it for me.
Dope.
Yeah, NFC North, my favorite division for 2024. Now, I'm going to try to refrain from saying too many names because we got amnesia as a collective today.
I don't know what happened.
But with that being said, I'm going to start at number 1. I'm going to go to number 4. At number 1, we got the Detroit Lions. They on the Lions to beat the Niners last year in the NFC Championship, and they disappointed me because IU caught that bullshit. However, I think they're hungry, and I think they deserve another shot, and they will get another shot. And I think Dan Campbell's going to take them to the finish line, at least the finish line that is the NFC division in the NFC Championship. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown, you got Aiden Hutchinson, you got Jared Goff under center. I'm gonna stop there because those are the names I got.
Hey, Hutchinson's a good one.
Moving
I
on.
appreciate you knowing that.
Only because EJ said that shit earlier. Moving on, the Green Bay Packers, the hottest team in the second half of last season. Jordan Love is niggas' pride and savior. So hopefully he leads them niggas to at least a second round game in the playoffs. They just got Josh Jacobs this year. So I think this is going to be the best running game they've had in a few years since Prime, whatever dude's name is, that's on the Vikings now. Fuck. Anyways,
You tried it, bro.
I tried it.
Aaron Jones, my
Jones.
guy.
Aaron Jones. Yep, Aaron Jones. Exactly. I
Mhm.
literally have had him in like fantasy for the last 4 years. I don't know why I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
on his
no,
name.
yeah. Yeah, that's your
I think
guy every year, bro.
It really is. It's like my
got the
Zach
same
LaVine in
players.
basketball.
Yeah.
Ended
I
the
keep it
season
simple.
last year with 5 straight games of 100+ yards rushing. Shout out to Aaron Jones. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
He averages
Can't
like
stay
5 yards
healthy.
per carry for his like career.
He's a dog.
Yeah, hopefully Josh Jacobs doesn't get too much usage this year because now it's pretty much just him. He's the only running back in the committee now that AJ Dillon got his neck broke. But yeah, man, I think the Packers are gonna make some noise. I do think that they can challenge the Lions.
That was
I do think that they can challenge the Lions for the top spot in the NFC North, and that's simply because teams typically regress, positively and negatively. And the Lions, I don't want to say overachieved last year, but they pretty much maxed out last year. I think they had 12 wins, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Green Bay take the top spot. But I'm gonna put Green Bay at number 2. Coming up at number 3, and only because the Vikings are so horrendously down bad, I'm gonna Chicago Bears. I think that they did retool at the wide receiver position. They got some running backs. Their defense is also looking good, and obviously they got this kid named Caleb Williams who's supposed to be the next best thing since Patrick Mahomes. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not gonna put that much stock into a rookie. I mean, rookies. I don't remember the last rookie that much noise. At best, you're a wild card. You go to the playoffs, you get bounced in the first.
CJ Stroud.
Nigga, was you in a coma last year? You don't remember the last rookie that
CJ
made
Stroud
that
just
much
had
noise?
one of the best rookie quarterback seasons of
This
all
nigga,
time.
you are a special nigga. You forgot him too, huh?
All right, so clearly I'm being on the podcast today, and you know what? I'm gonna just take it because it's been a rough night. But with that being said, Caleb Williams ain't no fucking CJ Stroud, no matter what type says. I'll leave it at that. And last but not least, the Minnesota Vikings are so bad. JJ McCarthy out for season. JJ Addison, DUI. Hawkinson, I don't know what's wrong with him, but
Fucked up ACL.
he hurt too.
Towards ACL at the end.
Fucked up ACL. Yeah, I think he's on the PUP list.
Broke his knee.
And they got some other shit. They just lost Kirk Cousins, and so all you got to do is double and triple team motherfucking Jay Jettas, and they're not gonna do shit. The Vikings are at this point where Vegas probably got their numbers so low that they might surprise some people. So there might be some good underdog bets for the season if they got like some double digit spreads. But outside of that, they're not doing shit, and they're gonna be 4th place in this division. That's what I mean. Someone's gonna say something.
Nah. I'm gonna keep it. If I'm gonna do my list and I'm gonna just be real, it's exactly like the 3 of y'all's. All right. I got the Lions first. I agree with Blake. Usually you try to bet on regression. Same thing I tried to do with the Niners. Couldn't find a team to do it. So I'm rocking with the Lions. They got all the pieces they need to continue success. For me, what I look at when a team balls out for a year, I look at, do they got the O-line and do they got a reliable quarterback? And the O-line, D-line, and a reliable quarterback. And they have those, maybe not the D-line perfectly, but they got an O-line that's maybe the best in the league. and they got a quarterback that's reliable behind a solid O-line. So, barring
That's
injuries, they got
Sewell.
talent. Penei Sewell be fine. They have a great talent all across the board. Their biggest weakness was that secondary. They low-key addressed it. They took Carlton Davis from the Bucks. That's a great ad. First round pick used on Alabama's Terrion Armstead. That should be a great addition to their team too. So they looking up, bro. All the talent is hella young too, which I like because that means they're going to only get better. We know what Gibbs can do. They still got a vet. They got like a vet and a young guy at almost every position. Amon-Ra, maybe a top 5 receiver on the low, like, just a dog. So they got talent all around. Laporta, like they got just beasts all around. There's no reason I can see them falling off. They might not win 12 games again, but I think they're going to be right there getting the first in the division and competing in the NFC. Behind them, I also got a pack show. I'm not quite sure how I feel about Jordan Love. I don't know if he's actually the real deal or not. First half of the season, garbage, and the second half, balled out. So I don't know exactly how I feel about them. Their weapons, I'm not sold on their weapons. Their O-line taking a hit. Defense should be good on paper. Like talent-wise, they got it, but they didn't show it last year. So, and then now A.J. Dillon gets hurt. But they got maybe the best coaching in that division. So I'm not going to doubt Big Mike. Pause. I'm not going to doubt him. I'm going to believe in them and believe that they continue developing Jordan Love. What's that?
I'm not even going to lie, bro. I never really looked at this nigga Jordan Love, bro, but he low-key look like y'all low-key look like each other's like variants.
Nigga, every time somebody see a light-skinned nigga,
pull this nigga Jordan Love up, bro.
Bruh, every time they see a light-skinned nigga.
This is an Andy variant, bro.
Let me see this shit. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
It's Indigo, Jordan Love, and Dylan Brooks, bro.
Fucking
oh my god, yeah, Dylan Brooks for sure. Hold on.
Yeah, you don't think Andy look like Dylan Brooks? That's foul.
Dylan Brooks is foul as fuck, yo. Yeah, y'all chill right now. Y'all chill right with the glasses. Y'all chill right now. Why you choose this picture?
Hey, he knows exactly what Dylan Brooks felt on talking about.
Put it side by side. I don't want to see this.
So with the glasses? Yeah, nigga.
I know exactly that picture. That's why I hate him right now.
You're right. It's just because the nigga light skin.
It's just because he light skin. That's it. He don't look nothing like me. I might walk around LA and see if I can pass this Jordan Love though. Let me get me a wig. See if we get some bitches. Blake, shut your ass up, boy. I'm taller than Jordan Love.
What's wrong with this nigga, bro?
Blake, remember when I was in Santa Barbara and I convinced these fucking shorties that we were walking with that I was Kendrick Lamar?
Who the fuck did you convince?
I'm not.
What, bro? I was walking.
I do low key remind that.
I was walking down there in Deltopia, which is like
Santa Barbara, the whitest city of the whitest.
The whitest city of the white, which is the craziest turn up. And I'm walking down and I'm like, and there's some girl like, blah, blah, like, are you somebody famous? And I'm like, yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar. Joking around. She's like, no fucking way. Turns to her friend. This is Kendrick Lamar. The friend goes, oh my God, no, you're not. Rap something. I rap some bullshit poetic justice. They're like, oh my God. I was like, there's no fucking way this shit is real right now. Y'all,
I hope you hit.
Ass.
I hope you hit.
Hey, but low key, it was 2012 and Kendrick.
The white girl. Oh my
man,
Kendrick wasn't really.
Hey, it was an Asian girl. Yeah, Kendrick wasn't
2012. I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't think everybody knew what he looked like.
It was like some if you say you Larry June, like you might listen, but you might not be like, what's he look like?
Before we move on, no cap, we might have to push AFC to our Saturday pod because we at 108.
All right,
I agree.
I can't believe we spent more time on the bullshit, bro. Bullshit as division.
And we still got segments.
That's why I was like, it's gonna take a minute to go through these power rankings, bro. There's hella teams.
We could probably do, but then how long is the pod gonna be on Saturday? Like an hour?
Nah, it's probably gonna be a little longer than that.
Wait,
it'll probably be like an hour and a half.
Damn. All right. So continue the divisions. So basically, I got Lions first. They're gonna ball out. Packers dope, but I got questions. I don't know if anything's fugazi or if it's real. Behind Behind that, I got the Bears. They still had one of the best defenses in the NFL. Matt Eberflus, for all his flaws as a head coach, is still a great defensive coordinator. And they got finally some weapons. Like EJ said, they got dogs to put around Caleb, and they got one of the best prospects in league history at quarterback. So I'm rocking with them at 3. The Vikings, we know how trash they're going to be. They're just going to be ass. Like, I don't see one positive for the Vikings. I also think they overachieved for 2 years in a row. Still not sold on their head coach. So that's what I got for that division. It's just going to be a weak ass bottom tier of the division. Bears could surprise. Bears could maybe be in first. They could really surprise because they got talent on both sides, but I don't know if they're going to put it together. So
you said first in the entire division.
That's crazy.
Bears could be like last or first. Like, that's the range of outcomes, in my opinion. Like, they really could be first.
That's wild.
They cannot beat the Lions, bro. Based off what?
Based off what? What if we talked about the Texans last year and said he cannot beat Trevor Lawrence, bro?
Trevor Lawrence wasn't first in the conference. What are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
Trevor Lawrence never went to no. Has Trevor Lawrence been to the AFC title game?
He was coming off a playoff win, and he's a better quarterback.
Game. He wasn't going back and forth with Pat Mahomes.
So if you won one more game, then it's like, oh,
that matters in the NFL. That matters
bruh,
in the NFL.
The weak ass NFC. This man won a.
The Lions came off like a 12-win season and went to the conference title game.
Lamar Jackson just won his first 2 playoff games, bro. It matters in the NFL.
Trevor Lawrence just went to the playoffs 2 years ago, beat the Chargers and one of the most epic comebacks of all time. And the next game went toe-to-toe with Mahomes and was in that game the whole time. You can't tell me that next year
over the Chargers,
bro. You can't tell me next year if we were looking, bruh. What about the Chiefs? He went toe-to-toe with the Chiefs.
Bro, you're comparing the Jaguars to the Lions right now.
I'm telling you, the level of blasphemy you saying I have is what you would have also said last year about CJ Stroud. Like, oh, choosing this random ass rookie on a trash team to beat the Jags.
I know what type of person you are,
nigga. You telling me
wrong?
What type of person?
You just want down on the hill. You
can't tell me the Bears can't. There's no shot they win. They win first. Y'all tripping.
That's the craziest division.
Yeah, we gotta clip this.
I didn't say they would. I said they got a shot. Y'all saying they got no shot. They got the best defense in that division. They got maybe the best QB in that division. By end of the year, they might have the best QB division. They might have the best core receivers in that division. The only question is the coach and the O-line. You can't tell me they that down bad.
Would you
pod bet on it? Pod bet.
I bet you 2 shots. I bet you 2 shots.
That's not a fair bet, bro. The Lions are clearly
at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna wait a whole season for 2 shots? Man.
Over under. Let's just do over under games. What's the over under game? Let's do that.
It's still the whole season. I say that the Bears win under 9 games this season.
I'm with you.
There's no way that's the line.
I didn't look up the line. I just made up a line in my head.
That's bullshit.
Andy, you said they could be first. I said they could be
first or last. That's their range of outcomes. And y'all saying there's 0 shot they get first.
They have to win.
Like, we don't see this shit every year.
Scary.
You think they're going to win 12 games?
No, but I don't think the Lions going to win 12 games either. Lions probably going to win like 10 or 11, in my opinion. You don't win 12 games back to back unless you got an elite quarterback.
Game season, bro.
True.
You don't win 12 games back to back with Jared Goff.
Better this season than they were last season.
They might be better as a team this year, but they might not win as many games, which happens all the time.
Bro, if they don't win 12
they could easily get hurt.
If they don't win 12 games, that's a failure of a season.
If
they're healthy, if the Lions are healthy and they don't win at least 12 games, they failed as a season.
If they go 10-7 and win a playoff game, I think obviously it'll be a fall off.
10-7, the Lions.
Y'all swear the Lions are the fucking Niners, bro. They not like that. They not that yet. They still, their defense is still ass, bro. I like what they did with the secondary, but their defense, I got questions.
He gonna show y'all.
I like Hutchinson. That's my guy. But it's a chance. If Caleb is that guy, bro, if you got the best QB in the division and you got the best defense in the division, you got a shot to win the division, in my opinion.
That's true.
Can we just thug it out and get through this? Can we sprint?
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Let's thug
it out.
NFC North.
We didn't even do NFC East.
Yeah, we.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
we could sprint through the NFC East too, man. I think it's real easy. Well, other than the top two teams, Eagles and Cowboys can be like interchangeable, but I got Cowboys winning the division. Dak Prescott, Ceedee Lamb's gonna report to camp. They have a stacked defense. Trey Diggs is coming back. DeMarcus Lawrence, Michael Parsons. Deron Bland's hurt, but we'll see if he ends up coming back later in the season. But they did pick up Malik Hooker in the offseason. Then you got the Eagles. Offensive line took a step back because Jason Kelsey retired, but offensively, too many weapons in the skill position. Saquon, AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. They just traded for Jahan Dotson. And then defensively, obviously, it's Team Georgia over there. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, like they're stacked defensively. Third, I'm gonna go the Giants. I think they're gonna surprise some people. They were just in the playoffs 2 years ago. Daniel Jones was hurt majority of the season last year. He's gonna be healthy this year. Is he gonna be a good quarterback? No, but he's gonna be able to move the sticks. He's gonna be able to get the ball downfield, and he's gonna be able to use his legs a lot. Malik Neighbors, don't be surprised if he catches 100 balls this year, just because he's gonna get like 150, 160 targets. So, other than that, they're pretty good. They're gonna be a pretty like middle of the pack team, 7-8 wins. And then Commanders, I got them going last. It's really just Terry McLaurin and a bunch of guys in the receiving room. One of those guys is Luke McCaffrey, though. So in 2-3 years, he might be household name. Jay and Daniels, we'll see what they got in quarterback with him. But
Luke McCaffrey, is he related?
Yeah,
it's Christian McCaffrey's younger brother.
Kind of plays similar too.
He cracked the top 4 though in the depth chart.
They say he's not, but
they traded everybody though. So
what year is this for him?
First year, he's a rook. Got third round draft, third round pick.
Skinny. This ain't no Christian McCaffrey.
He need time to build out. He white. It don't come naturally.
So again, I got Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, then Commanders, NFC East.
All right, I'm gonna run through mine because I really been just saying bullshit, bro, this whole time. So I'm gonna just save y'all.
We don't know. None of us know shit.
I'm gonna save y'all the fluff for real. But I will say, I honestly got 1 Eagles, 2 Cowboys, 3 Giants, 4 Commanders. I feel like this one's pretty easy, and that's all I'm gonna give you. Y'all take some more time out of y'all time to get some good depth. So I ain't saying shit.
I'm gonna stand on business. First take Blake. Shout out Stephen A. Smith. But Dallas Cowboys are finishing first in the division. The Eagles got locker room turmoil. You got
my homework.
Excuse me.
Copying his homework.
I thought EJ just kind of said Dallas and Eagles are up there, but Sirianni and Jalen Hurts don't fuck with each other. You just lost the captain, the Derek Fisher of that locker room, and Jason Kelsey. Devontae Smith and AJ Brown both gonna miss some games just off of the law of averages. The defense, I think, is still gonna be pretty solid, but I think Philly's due for some regression, and that regression started at the second half of last year. If Jalen Hurts is really who we think he is, then he's gonna stop that from happening, but that's yet to be seen. And I think, if his offensive line takes some hits, he's going to be exposed. And so with that being said, I got Big D in first place. They got all the talent, all the names that EJ just named off. As long as Jerry Jones opens up them stingy-ass pockets, takes care of Dak, take care of Michael Parsons, already took care of Ceedee Lamb, they're going to be all right. That locker room is going to be tight. No one's going to be angry or upset. And yeah, now getting to the bottom half of this conference or this division, the teams that aren't going to do shit, we got the Commanders and we got the New York Giants. I think the Commanders are going to be better than the Giants because of Jaden Daniels. And they also got Chigozie and Nusian, so he's going to bring a little bit of spark to that defense.
Shout out my cousin.
Last preseason. Yeah, he balled out last preseason.
Yeah, with the New York Giants, I think Daniel Jones It's going to be a waste of $120 million remaining on that 3-year contract. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, unless Daniel Dimes can kind of like fake it like he did 2 years ago, look like he is a little bit of something, and toss that rock to Malik Neighbors and make that offense somewhat competent, they're going to be the last place team in this NFC East division. So that's it for me. You got Eagles, Commanders, and Giants.
It's hilarious to me how much faith y'all got in the Cowboys, but I'm absolutely buying the Eagles. I think they fell off a little bit last year due to a hurt Jalen Hurts. No pun intended, but a hurt Jalen Hurts. No real coordinators on the team. Sirianni being a dumbass at times, and just a team that I think got tired as fuck in the middle of the year. They had a stupid, brutal schedule, like 4 games within like 20 days, some shit like that, like something crazy, and it kind of derailed them too. And like you said, I think the defense should be a lot better, bro. They got the best defensive line in the entire league. So they gonna run people's pockets this whole year just on the defensive line. They were just doing a lot of stupid schemes. But you got Jalen Hurts. I think he's gonna be locked in. I can't see him just as a human being having 2 unlocked in years in a row. So he's gonna be locked in. They got elite talent offensively. I like Saquon for the offense. I love Saquon for the offense. I hope they use him on the wideouts. Elite defense. The backfield needs a little help, but the front 4, front 7 is gonna be dominant. They just got to keep shit simple like they did when the year they balled out, and I think they'll be solid. The Cowboys, they lost too many starters to me. They low-key got a new team. Like they lost like half their roster to free agency or whatever it might be, injuries, everything. Dak is entering the season a little banged up. I just don't feel like they locked in. I feel like they got their teeth kicked in 3 years in a row. 2 of those by the Niners. I think that can kind of take a toll on you. It's almost like, well, we wasn't good enough last year, and now we still not. We lost even more talent. Do we really got enough? And I just trust the Eagles to be more of a serious team. I think Cowboys are going to lose some games. Last year they had a really easy schedule. Now they got like one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. After that, I'm taking the Commanders. I think Jaden Daniels is going to show out. Right now he's my favorite rookie. I'm excited. He's the one I'm most excited to watch. I really wish, like EJ said, they actually put more weapons around him, but Terry McLaurin is a dog, and that defense can improve. They have some nice weapons. They really focus on their cornerback room. Shout out my cuz, cornerback room. You better watch out, boy. My cuz about to take your spot. So, yeah, I think they got enough, and I think they got to reset culturally, which are going to help them out a lot offensively. I still have questions about them, but I definitely don't want to put the Giants at 3rd. I just don't trust Daniel Jones. I thought, what's a ball-headed fool's name that run Brian Daboll? I thought he was a great coach, but might have been a flash in the pan, or maybe he don't have the weapons. They got Malik Neighbors. Usually takes wideouts a while to, get acclimated to a system. They lost Saquon, who was really running their offense. I think they're going to be trash again, and they're going to cut Daniel Jones at the end of the year. They're kind of like, they could be in a Saints position to me. I still think Daboll is good enough to keep them competitive, but they could easily be last, bro. They could win like 4 or 5 games again.
All right. We going to do AFC on Saturday, or you guys want to just make this a super long pod?
Up to y'all, but I might be.
Let's run through this pod. Let's run through this AFC now. I don't know about another hour and a half pod.
Hey, 90-second influence, I'm cool with it, man.
90-second drill this shit.
Oh, you said under the influence?
Yeah, I said I might be under the influence for the rest of the
yeah,
pod.
I was like, oh yeah,
Running.
I was about to match.
We all deserve to be under the influence at this point.
I'm for sure hitting that influence with a vengeance.
Hello.
All right, say less.
That's good. Let's get through it.
Right. AFC North, in my opinion, the best division in the NFL this upcoming season. You want to talk about having at least 3 teams with at least 10 wins, Andy? They're gonna show you. They're gonna show you in this division.
Possibly.
I have a surpriser at my number 1 spot. I got the Cleveland Browns. The only thing that really held them back last year was, unfortunately, the Nick Chubb injury, and then Deshaun Watson was hurt most of last year. But they showed they had, I want to say, the best defense in the league last year. Almost everybody's coming back. Hopefully Nick Chubb can be healthy second half of the year, give him that extra push. But what's really going to be telling is Deshaun Watson's health. If he could be healthy, you could see them easily make a strong push into the playoffs. And I do think they could be a great regular season team. This is still the Cleveland Browns, though. So don't expect anything in the playoffs. But I do have them winning this division. They have a lot of weapons: Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Elijah Moore, Njoku, and then obviously on defense, Myles Garrett, holding down that defensive line. Number 2, I got the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson coming off back-to-back MVPs, but the offensive line has so many injuries. The only thing really saving the Baltimore Ravens is that it's Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. Defenses are not going to know what to do with them. Hopefully Mark Andrews is able to stay healthy, but Ravens have injury issues all the fucking time. I do see them taking a step back from what they had last season, but I have them number 2. Shout out to Marcus Williams, Big IE, former Saints safety. Number 3, I got the Bengals, man. Bengals, they could have been so great. Like 3 years ago, we were talking about the Bengals being right there with the Chiefs, but every year after that, they've just gotten worse and worse. They lost Joe Mixon. We'll see what Zach Moss is able to do with Chase Brown. Joe Burrow, will he be healthy this year? We don't know. We've gone one healthy Joe Burrow year, and they went to the AFC. They went to the Super Bowl. But since then, he hasn't been able to be healthy. Jamar Chase wants his money. T. Higgins wants his money. You know what happens when egos collide. Defense has gotten worse every year since the Super Bowl. Not a big fan of their head coach. So I got them finishing 3rd. And then you got the Steelers, man. Finally, they got some quarterbacks. However, these quarterbacks are going to keep them middle of the pack, bro. Jalen Warren's hurt, so you just got slow-ass Najee Harris, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and then you got Minka Fitzpatrick, Joey Porter Jr. holding down the defense, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward. So the Steelers' success really lies in the defense. But again, don't see them doing too much in this division. If they were in another division, maybe, but in this division, it's just too tough. So I have them winning 8 games. 9 games. No, 8 games. 8 losses, 1 tie.
To a science, this motherfucker. It's funny. The Steelers do be tied. I feel like the Steelers got the most ties in the last 5 years.
I totally know how to get that 500 record.
Yeah, he said, I'm not fucking around with that shit.
The losing season, I'll do a tie.
Oh, you on mute, I think.
Oh, my shit tripping right now, bro.
Yeah, I already started that pack, didn't you?
Man, that invisible pack.
He won
Roll that joint up.
I was trying to look up the team who had the most ties within the last 5 years. For some reason, my show. But I'll run through mine real quick. You're right. Now I'm looking through AFC. Like, god damn. Like this side of the league is just filled. Obviously, I'm gonna go Ravens first. I don't know. I don't really have like too much of an opinion on the Bengals, mostly because of Joe Burrow being hurt for majority of his time being there. But they do have a lot of good pieces. Did you say Zach Moss is on the Bengals?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. Because he was on the Colts, right?
Yeah. You had him on fantasy or what?
Yeah, I had him on fantasy, bro. He was nice. I don't know.
I think he signed a 1-year deal, 1 year, $8 million. But I think he's going to be splitting carries with Chase Brown.
Okay, well, if I had to choose one to put second, I'm going to go Bengals because the Browns are the Browns, like you said. And going back to my Chicago conversation, I'm really sorry, Chicago people, because the C's, I mess them up sometimes. What I really meant that comment for was Cleveland. These niggas, that Cleveland is the worst sports city of all time. Y'all did have your little LeBron stint for a second.
That might have been the worst take.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like,
Cleveland.
wait.
Yeah, I swear to you, I'd be mixing up
Oh,
my seat because once y'all start saying, I'm like, why did I think that? Like, yeah, no, Cleveland. That was meant for Cleveland.
shout out, Brown.
Yeah, shout out Brown. Fuck that name. No play. Shout out Brown. But then Steelers last. Yeah, I mean, Steelers always gonna have a good defense. Like you said, they have two choices in actual quarterbacks this time, but actual said quarterbacks are pretty fucking mid. I don't even know. I really don't even know if that's going to help their cause at all. I feel like, to be honest, because they have a quarterback to really attach to, like it might in some sense make them worse, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I got Steelers last. Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
What you got for us, Blake?
What up, y'all? I
It's
got a little hot take. Blake John.
Blake John.
And hold up that Mighty Morphin. Hold up that Mighty Morphin microphone right there. That shit going. It's giving me life right now.
You got to stutter, or can you speak normally?
Let me get to the rankings.
We making fun of people with speech impediments now. That's what we doing.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That's
Blake,
foul.
defend your people, Blake. Defend your people.
I got a speech impediment.
Do you?
Damn.
I do have a speech impediment.
He said, I do. Sound like Yosemite Sam, bro. I do.
All right, look. So I was actually do the basic. Yeah, Eddie weak, bro. Eddie foul.
He is not.
I'm going to embarrass this. Usually I go easy on people.
EJ, you better put a shoulder.
I'm going to embarrass this nigga.
EJ, you better put a shoulder in his chest. Put a shoulder in that man's chest ASAP.
With that stutter jab step, man.
Oh my God, you hit me with shit.
Yeah, make that.
By the way,
make them ankles break.
You ain't hit me with shit, but extra letters.
For what it's worth, the Lions have the most ties.
I saw that too.
The last 5 years, yeah.
I think the Steelers tied the Bengals.
On some Thanksgiving shit. All right, let me get to the AFC North. So I was gonna actually go basic with it and just say Baltimore, and then I was gonna say Cincinnati, and then Cleveland, and then Pittsburgh. But EJ low-key reminded me how nice Cleveland was. And on top of that, I like to lessons from my gambling sensei Andy and talk about regression. And so Lamar Jackson coming off his second MVP season, and outside of the playoffs, the Ravens really had a perfect season, and so I expect a little bit of regression there. So I thought he was crazy for thinking the Browns was going to be first place, but you made a lot of sense, and considering regression, it does make a lot of sense. So I got Browns first, although Deshaun Watson provides me with a lot of questions and a lot of doubts, but that roster deep. I think that defense. Their coach is Stefanski, right?
Yeah,
Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah, I mean, Stefanski is the foil to the offense of Shanahan. So Stefanski is like the defensive. They match up.
No. That is Jim Schwartz, and it's like wide nine scheme.
The coordinator. Yeah,
Jim Schwartz.
All right, my fault.
It's built perfectly.
Either way,
in Shanahan offense.
That defense is nice, and that defense can take down the Titanic offense that is the 49ers. So I got Cleveland first. Hopefully Deshaun Watson stops doing his deed. I got the Ravens second just because you got El Freaky backfield. You got Derrick Henry, who I think is gonna have a great season. It's gonna be interesting to see how they share rushing attempts. And then in third place, even give me a fully healthy Cincinnati Bengals team, I still got them in first place. I personally think this is the hot take for the division that I got. If you separate Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, they're fragile. I think that they're relying heavily on the chemistry that they established at LSU. I think Joe Burrow is grossly overrated. He did have a Super Bowl run. He did beat Mahomes, and playoff run is basically built his entire reputation. Joe Burrow 5, and we're gonna get to that later in the podcast. But on top of that, Jamar Chase last season was pretty abysmal without Joe Burrow. And so these two dudes alone, I think are, elite. Not even elite. They're Pro Bowlers, but they're not anywhere near what people think. So with that being said, injured or healthy, they're third place in this division. And then Pittsburgh, so down bad. Ain't had a quarterback since, I don't even know, 20 Roethlisberger. It's been a minute. So, they're still figuring out their thing between Russell Wilson as well as Justin Fields. Damn, I almost forgot that nigga's name. But Mike Tomlin gonna do his thing. Actually, this might be the first year Mike Tomlin doesn't have a winning record. So, I mean, he can't even have you have to have a losing record if you're gonna be fourth place in this division. So, it's gonna be interesting to see how that shakes out. Realistically, they can jump the Bengals and they might even jump the Raiders depending on who. And so, it's 1 Browns, 2 Ravens, 3 Bengals, and 4 Pittsburgh Steelers.
The fuck we smoking here today, man? The fuck we smoking? The Bengals I'm putting at number fucking 1, bro. You what do you mean take off Jamar and take off fucking
separate them?
Separate Joe them. Burrow. Oh, you saying they both mid by themselves? They went 4-3 last year with the backup quarterback Jake Browning. Like, as much as I hate Zach Taylor,
how did Jamar Chase do?
It don't matter about how he did. They were winning games. Like, it don't matter how he did. He looked good. He just didn't have a quarterback who could consistently get him the ball. So they schemed up other people. But regardless, what I've seen from Zach Taylor, as much as I personally have doubted him for the longest time, he just finds a way to win games, and his teams all play like consistent football. So give the man his shine. They started off 1-3 last year, only missed the playoffs due to a tiebreaker after starting 1-3. Beat the 49ers in that dope ass game last year. Like, they played good last year. They just had a bad season. You say he only had 1 year that he balled out. He balled out for 2 seasons. AFC Championship game, and then lost a nail biter to the Chiefs the next year. As far as I'm concerned, Joe Burrow is a top 3 quarterback in this league. He reminds me a lot about Tom Brady. I'm taking them again. They lost some offensive talent. They still need a wide receiver 3. And their defense, I think they got great pieces on there, but they need like more depth on defense. Losing DJ Reader is going to be pretty big, though. That was their whole run defense. So I still taking them. I think this division is all taking a step back in terms of like who they are as team, like their actual like potential. But again, we gotta pick it first, and I'm picking the Bengals. I think they're going cream is going to rise to the top. That's the best quarterback in the division. I think it's their time. They also got a stupid easy schedule considering they finished last in the division compared to the rest of the teams. Second, I'm going to Ravens, and I'm honestly not even sure I should put him second because I think this team is going to be one of the teams that falls off the most in the NFL. Like EJ said, their O-line might be one of the worst in the league. They just got so many questions. I still don't trust their receiving core. Derrick Henry's going to be dope, but I mean, and we've seen him dominate behind, like the Titans O-lines were not great. Some of them were awful. So I'm not going to doubt Derrick Henry, but he is older. And Lamar, I love Lamar, but shit, man, I feel like the O-line is kind of key to what they do. Like, they're a running team first. Obviously, the Lamar Derrick Henry combo is going to be lethal still. So I'm going to put him at 2 off that. The defense is going to be the defense, and they still got, in my opinion, the best or second best head coach in that division, maybe a top 5 coach or probably a top 5 coach in the league anyway. So I'm going to give them the respect they deserve and put them at 2, but I do think they're going to fall off for sure. And I could see the team at number 3 passing them up. The Browns, like y'all said, man, my only question is Deshaun Watson, bro. EJ, you said that they had some unluck, like they had bad luck last year with Deshaun sitting out. They might have got lucky, bro, that Deshaun sat out. They might have been worse with him. Deshaun Watson looked fucking garbage. Like, he might be a bottom 5 QB in the NFL, bro.
Because he was playing hurt.
He hasn't looked good for 1 snap in the Browns. He's been with the Browns for like 3 years. He's not looked good 1 time. Like, not 1 game has he looked good. That's kind of crazy, bro. Like, he fell off stupid fat. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe he comes back healthy this year. I honestly, in my opinion, I think the system Stefanski runs doesn't benefit Deshaun Watson, in my opinion. I just think Deshaun Watson needs to be a playmaker. He needs to not play in such a structured system. I think Stefanski works really well with like a Joe Flacco dude who's like, your balls drop back, take your reads, get the ball out. But yeah, I'm curious to see if they if they can show out this year, because that defense was lethal. That defense was just incredible. But the hardest thing to remain consistent in NFL is defense, and I feel like the defense could take a step back off being so damn good last year. So we'll see. And then the Steelers, I'm sorry, man, they probably gonna be 8-1. They just ass, they garbage. But Tomlin will find a way to win games. Last year they won like 3 or 4 games. I don't know how the fuck they won it. Like niggas was throwing, like pulling footballs out of their pocket and running down the other side of the field. Like it just stupid shit happens when you play the Steelers and they just find a way to win games they shouldn't. So that's my top 4.
What's the next division, man?
All right, next up, we run in the NFC.
Wait, hold on real quick. Andy, what about the fact that Joe Burrow can't throw for 3 days in a row at practice? He's got this rare wrist injury that no one's ever had. Or I guess only linemen get that wrist injury.
They don't even practice 3 days anyway. So I'm just like, can he play the game? He's one of the most cerebral quarterbacks in the league, right behind Patrick Mahomes. I just trust his mind over anything else.
Right behind Patrick Mahomes.
You don't think Patrick Mahomes is cerebral?
All right, we're gonna see.
No, you said Joe Burrow's right behind
that same league.
Patrick Mahomes.
As cerebral, there's nobody who plays the game under more control, in my opinion.
CJ Stroud. We just seen CJ Stroud do it last year.
He did it 1 year and won 1 playoff game. First of all,
Joe Burrow. Let's
get to it. Let's get to it right now. All right. So we got next up, we got the AFC South. It contains teams such as the Jaguars, Texans, Colts, and Titans. And CJ Stroud, rookie of the year, by far one of the best rookie performances in league history. Took his team from worst to first and won a playoff game as well. EJ, talk your shit. What you got for this division?
Number 1 team in the AFC South is easily the Houston Texans, which is crazy to think about because before last season, if I had said that, y'all would have been like, "You smoking crack," and I would have been like,
Lamar Odom.
I would have been like, "Yeah, you're right. I have been smoking crack." But now it's easily the Houston Texans, bro. Their wide receiver core. I forgot who I said had the best wide receiver core previously before this, but
I'm sick because we just argued about this shit, about me saying the same fucking shit. That's why I'm sick. That's why I'm sick, bro. I'm like, this thing copying my whole flow, bro. And he gonna tell me, y'all would think I'm crazy. Bro,
this is a different division, though. This is a different division. And we're gonna get into those
weaker division.
Yeah, we're gonna get into those other teams later. But you got CJ Stroud in the center. You got Joe Mixon, who's gonna be the workhorse. You got Stephon Diggs, who's still a high quality receiver. They said that he took some steps back, but really all that happened was he had a fractured relationship with the quarterback. What happens when your quarterback don't like you? He don't throw you the ball. So him being your Y, and then Nico Collins your X, and then obviously last year, even when Nico Collins was healthy, Tank Dell, when he was healthy, he was the one that was leading the team in targets, receptions, receiving yards. You have Dalton Schultz, who's a receiving tight end. So a really good offensive line. Will Anderson Jr., who we talked about. Stingley's there, like a very young defense, but a defense that's going to play hard, and they're going to get you stops. Houston's going to be one of the best teams in the league next year, top 5 team in the league next year. Excited to see it. Number 2, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars. It wasn't too long ago that they were one of the best teams in the AFC. We thought Trevor Lawrence was on his ascension, and then obviously last year they took a couple steps back. Trevor Lawrence had some injury issues that he was playing through, but that second half of the season, they just fell apart. I'm assuming that they're going to be able to get back on track this season. Travis Etienne, one of the most dynamic playmakers out of the backfield. Christian Kirk's going to be the leading receiver this year. Gabe Davis is going to be the deep threat. And then you have the rookie and Brian Thomas Jr. Evan Ingram set the record for most catches in a season by a tight end last year. So, yeah, that offense is going to be dynamic. I got them winning at least 9 games, but I have them as a number 2. Number 3, I got the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson, quarterback. Jonathan Taylor, running back. This is going to be right up there with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry in regards to dynamic quarterback, running back duos. The defense isn't going to know who to stop. The read option is going to be nasty. But we have not seen Anthony Richardson play a full game of NFL football. So who knows where the accuracy is going to lie, but I got them third. And then fourth, we got the Tennessee Titans. We got new head coach. They're going to be in the spread offense. They're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So Calvin Ridley's going to have a similar year to what he had last year, except I think he's going to have less drops. DeAndre Hopkins, once he's healthy, he's still going to be a factor. Tony Pollard, I think he has a bounce back year. We saw him play a lot better in those last 4 games when he was fully past that injury versus how he started off the season. Will Levis, first game that he started, he threw like 300 plus yards, like 4 or 5 touchdowns. I don't think we're going to see that throughout the whole season, but I do think it's going to be a good first year rebuilding for the Tennessee Titans. But yeah, I got them last in the division, maybe 5-6 wins.
Yeah, man. I'm drinking the Texans Kool-Aid. I got them number 1, of course. I'm excited to see what CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, all those folks down there do. Like EJ said, it's crazy that they are even in this position because, man, the year before this, you just can't even stress it enough. Like, if you would have said Texans was going to be one of the most exciting teams, best teams in the NFL, people would have looked at you so stupid.
You just
so
shut
dumb.
your mouth right now. Just shut it. Just shut it up. Just shut it.
Why you mad, man? Why you mad?
I'm so done with y'all, bro. Take your shots right now, bro. Take your shots right now.
Yeah, I don't have really too much context on the rest of the teams. Jaguars, Colts. I mean, I will say I lean on the
Blake drunk right now. Motherfucker falling asleep
in line right now.
God damn.
What was I say? Oh yeah, I'm excited to see Anthony Richardson play a full season. Hopefully, big athletic quarterback. Those type of things excite me. Maybe it's just because I'm not a real quarterback fan. Y'all
like big athletic guys.
Yeah, that's all right.
My type.
BBC.
You big.
Freaky.
You big. BBCs is crazy.
Check his history.
Check my search history, man. Straight BBCs.
Talk to him.
I got Colts, Jaguars, and Titans for AFC South.
Word up.
All right. First take Blake's AFC South prediction coming up. We channel it from the ancestors. First in the AFC South.
I was just going to say, you get some elite bullshit right now thrown on the wall.
First South. Yeah, we're going to have to go with the Texans. I mean, realistically, ain't no other answer. You got CJ Stroud, you got Tank Dell, you got that one dude on defense, you got Stephon Diggs. Hey, what's the defensive player? He's the rookie.
Will Anderson, my God.
Will Anderson,
Junior.
Yeah. I mean, look, CJ Stroud got all the juice. He seems to be the one guy that everyone feels can maybe dethrone Mahomes. Not this season, but, eventually.
After one season, you do that with CJ Stroud, but you don't respect the nigga who actually did it. Man, you on some bullshit, bro.
It's
bullshit, bro.
Joe Burrow weak, bro. Trust me.
By the way, Joe Burrow didn't win that game. Pat Mahomes lost that game. Let's set the record straight.
Don't matter. He still won the game.
Win that game.
For some reason, nobody else can beat Mahomes, and Mahomes is giving away the Ravens. Last year, Lamar could have won that game because the Chiefs didn't score for 3 quarters. He gave them the game too, but he didn't take it. That's why I respect Burrow, man. That's what people be doing against Tom Brady. People don't realize niggas just lose games to the Patriots by themselves.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you elevated Eli Manning, a top 10 quarterback of all time, because of the 2 years he beat Tom Brady? Can you imagine?
That's not what we're talking about, though. That's not what we're talking about. That's not
the
even
same shit. That's the same
correlation. I see the correlation. Joe Burrow is a better quarterback.
It's really the same shit.
First of all, people do put Eli top 10. because of that shit. That's a big stamp in his cap. I heard people say that, but regardless, Eli don't have the resume, bro.
Wait,
People
they drinking,
it,
and smoking that same stuff. The people that have Joe Burrow, top 5 drinking.
Eli has like 4 seasons of leading the NFL in picks. Like, nah, Eli is not anything close to Joe Burrow. Don't disrespect Joe Burrow like ever again, bro.
Y'all gonna hate my quarterback list. I can already tell.
Can't wait for that shit. I'm about to say that shit for next week. Continue, bro.
Anyway, so we got the Texans first, and then we gonna have low key. This division is ass after the Texans, but I'm gonna go with definitely the Jacksonville Jaguars just because they're the only other team that have done shit. I mean, I'm not about to put the Colts in here post Peyton Manning, and I mean, I guess with Andrew Luck, they had a little bit of shine. Phillip Rivers action, they made like the wild card, or whatever, but. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to put the Tennessee side and post Mike Vrabel, post Tannehill, post Derrick Henry. Yeah, I'm not going to give them any respect either. I really don't know what they're about. Tony Pollard and DeAndre Hopkins, I don't know what they're going to do. But so I got Titans 4th. I got Colts 3rd. Although Anthony Richardson giving me big Jamarcus Russell buzz vibes. I just want to say that. What? Remember how much of a beast Jamarcus Russell was coming out of LSU? Nigga threw 80 yards on his knees.
We seen A-Rich ball out though. Short-lived, but we seen him look like a real NFL-ready QB last year. Maybe I saw it
in less than a game. In less than a game,
he played 4 games.
All right, Andy, what's your list, bro?
I'm just saying. Yeah. Difference of opinions. I would leave it at that. My list, I wanted to fade the Texans.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought my mic was muted and I straight burped on that shit. My bad.
That's crazy. I thought it was Blake. I was like, this nigga taking L on L. You should not take responsibility for that, bro. You should not take responsibility. We all would have thought it was Blake. Look, I wanted to fade the Texans. I'm maybe the only I'm in this camp with CJ. I love CJ. I know he's gonna be a star. He's already like a way past expectations, but there's still some shit I need to see from him. Like a lot of his shit last year was the great offensive play calling, great run, or not even a great run game, just running the ball enough to take him out of harm's way and deep balls. So like, you know, I need to see more of the short game. You know, obviously he has the IQ, so I know he's gonna be great. But I do think there's a path for regression. But adding Stephon Diggs is like, bro, like that offense is gonna be best in that entire division. So you already talked about Tank Dell and Nico. Like, they may not have nothing to actually make him like, you know, adjust or throw him off his game. So I'm gonna take them first. I got questions about the defense. They lost their best cornerback. I think that defense was already weak last year, but they got CJ, so I'm gonna take them first. I'm gonna take the Jags next. Jags I could see them being first in this division. I could see them being not last, but 3rd in this division. Their O-line is just garbage. We still waiting for Trevor Lawrence to actually show us something. So like, I ain't seen nothing from Trevor Lawrence, maybe half a season where he showed out. Besides that, I really haven't seen much. And even that time he showed out, it seemed like it was the team showing out, not him. So I'm not too sold on the Jaguars. Their defense still got questions, and they lose Calvin Ridley. I'm not too sure about him. I like Travis Etienne though. 3rd, I got a Colts. I'm a big A-Rich fan. What I saw last year, he flashed to me. He looked pro ready. Is he going to stay healthy? That's the question. He might play 8 games, which would be double what he played last year. So I think his play style, he's gonna miss at least 4 games. Just book it.
Like big athletic niggas too, huh?
I like them big and strong.
Hey, don't sleep on Joe Flacco though. Don't sleep on Joe Flacco.
He ain't black and big, but he not my type. but I'm a big A-Rich fan. I think they got weapons everywhere. Their play calling is going to be elite. Their play calling might be best in the division. The Eagles are missing. Is this Steichen? Sean Steichen? Yeah. Maybe. Or maybe he's
Sean Steichen. It's Sean Steichen.
Yeah. So I think they got enough. They still need more pieces, but I like where they're heading. I still think they're maybe a year away. Behind that, the Titans, I think people are going to realize how good of a coach Mike Vrabel was. He was holding a lot of bullshit together with duct tape. And I like some of the pieces they added, but they ain't got enough. They haven't drafted an offensive skill player like EJ said in forever. Besides that, the defense was garbage last year. It's gonna remain garbage. They in full rebuild mode. So those are my top 4.
Ah man, 2
Hey.
divisions left. We're almost there.
We almost there,
almost
baby.
there.
Stay with us, y'all. Stay with
Don't
us.
sleep on Joe Flacco on the
We
Colts.
heard you, nigga.
Don't sleep on
Yeah.
that.
Sleep on, what do you want us to not sleep on? He's gonna take him to the Super Bowl or what?
Well, that in Cleveland last year.
He did. He actually, I was surprised more so. You know what that says about Joe Flacco?
It was a lot of fuck it, he down there somewhere balls that just happened to fall into a player's hands.
Yeah, no, there's something about like it's like beginner luck in like betting or like fantasy football. Like the first 3-4 weeks, you just I don't know, it comes easy.
Yeah,
stress free.
The Colts also had magic with Minshew though.
Yeah,
they embarrassed that nigga.
The Colts had that.
The Colts also,
yeah,
so it's like.
But I think that was more. I think that was more of the play calling because it was funny that it's supposed to have a good defense and fucking Gardner Minshew putting up 30 points on the Browns and shit. Like, feel me? All right, next up, we're gonna say the best one for last. Next up, we're gonna run through the AFC West containing the Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders. Chiefs obviously won the division and the Super Bowl last year, while Broncos finished last. Who you got for us, EJ?
Y'all gonna hate this list.
AFC East is best.
Oh my god!
All right. Number one, obviously, is Kansas City. Do I need to say too much? I mean, Pat Mahomes under center. That's Jordan, greatest of all time. Fuck Tom Brady. Running back, you got Isaiah Pacheco. Rashee Rice isn't gonna get suspended, so he's gonna be a monster in the slot. And then Travis Kelce, you got Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy as your X and your Y. They're just gonna be doing go routes the whole time. So Travis Kelce and Rashee Rice are gonna eat in the middle of the field. And then defense, hopefully Chris Jones gets his deal, sign him up long term. And can't forget about Harrison Butker, man, voice in the locker room. Number 2, I got the Los Angeles Chargers. This is not a bad team. I know they lost Keenan Allen, they lost Mike Williams, but they gained Jim Harbaugh. And I feel like he's gonna set the tone defensively. He's gonna set the tone on the line, on both sides of the line, offensive line and defensive line. They're gonna run the ball a lot. So if you're drafting for fantasy, Gus Edwards at the end of that draft is gonna be of value. He's gonna touch the ball at least 15, 20 times a game because they want to set the tone. Justin Herbert, we know him for damn near being force-fed the ball, having to throw like 50 times a game. That's not gonna happen this year. But what he is going to do is throw 35 to 40 times a game. And because the tone is being set with the run game, I'm expecting a lot more efficiency from Justin Herbert as long as he stays healthy. That's the main part. He has a lot of issues with his lower extremities, but if he stays healthy, I think Josh Palmer is going to have a crazy season. Ladd McConkey is going to do pretty well in the slot. And then DJ Chark, as long as he's healthy, he's going to do well. And then defensively, they got Khalil Mack. They got Joey Bosa still. They were able to keep him on the team. So I got Chargers number 2. Number 3, I got the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix. Look, the thing about Sean Payton, he is a quarterback whisperer. And the fact that Russell Wilson wasn't able to have a good season with Sean Payton, when we saw Taysom Hill go undefeated with Sean Payton, bro. Russell Wilson played so bad, people started saying that Sean Payton was a bad coach. And that although 15 years of Saints being good, you know how trash the Saints were before Sean Payton? They said the last 15 years was a fluke. I don't know how you had 15 years of fluke, but apparently that's what Sean Payton did, when in actuality Sean Payton had the second best winning percentage over his time with the Saints, right behind Andy's guy, Bill Belichick. So I think there's going to be a good step in the right direction. Javonte Williams is going to be another year removed from that double. I know he had 2 knee issues, but last year got off to a slow start, but we saw them start force feeding Javonte Williams towards the end of the season. 25 carries, 30 carries. It was crazy. I think they really want to test out to see what exactly they have in Javonte. So I assume that he's going to get a lot of touches. Denver Broncos are going to be a lot more fun to watch this season than they were last season. I think they're going to be a lot better than a lot of people think, but I don't think they're going to be as good as the Chargers. And then last and definitely the least, man, I feel so bad for Devontae Adams, man. Not only, well, all right, here's the thing about Gardner Minshew. He's an okay quarterback. He's an okay quarterback. He's not terrible. He's not good. He's not great. He's okay. And so you got him. Aiden O'Connell's probably will never touch the field. I don't even know why they drafted him. We'll see what Zamir White can do, but this team is crazy. You got Devontae Adams and you got Brock Bowers. That's what you need to know about the Raiders and Max Crosby. But that nigga was posted up with Trump. I just seen that shit. But other than that, shout out Antonio Pierce. But yeah, I got 1 Chiefs, 2 Chargers, 3 Broncos, 4 Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, with this division, it's like a clear first and a clear last. Don't really have to say too much about the Chiefs. EJ said it all about the Raiders. That's my 1 and my 4. I'll let y'all guess which one is 1 and which one is 4. But with that being said, fuck the Raiders. And I'm glad they still there. And Martin, I know you watching this because you told me you was watching on YouTube. You gonna get to this? I want you to text me, you bitch ass nigga, when you see this, bro. Fuck the Raiders. Y'all niggas are forever gonna be plagued by the Chiefs because y'all ain't. You know what? Let me stop.
Damn, no, Martin, you catching the smoke today, Martin?
Hey, Marty Marr?
Yeah.
You're a
Marty
Raiders
Marr.
fan?
Marty
This
Marr is a
explains
Raiders
so
fan.
much. This explains so much about
He's
the
a
basketball
Raiders
team.
fan and a Lakers fan. So, you know, just two.
I'll take back the basketball
Wait,
part.
Marty
Yeah,
family.
the basketball part. Yeah, shout
You
out
family.
Shout Martin. Shout Martin.
Here, Marty.
That's my guy for
His
real.
decision making
you
is
with
just
us.
crazy, bro. But yeah,
A
in
Jamaican
between
Raiders
that,
fan.
a Jamaican Raiders fan.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Where the fuck did you get Jamaican?
I thought you said he's Jamaican.
Who said that, bro? You just made that shit up. Marty,
I said, is Mexican? I said, is he Mexican? He don't say he's Jamaican.
Never had this conversation.
I did not hear that at all, bro. I did
what?
not hear that.
It's 11:30 in New York. Y'all, let's
Oh, yeah.
Nigga can't remember names, can't remember ethnicities. He washed, bro. Marty, you take Blake's
Waking
spot
up,
next pod.
Sleep talking.
Yeah,
I
he's
told
a-
him that.
he's a Jamaican Raiders fan.
Nah. I mean, the nigga might be Jamaican. Shout out, man. Appreciate you.
Shout out Jamaicans.
Appreciate you for watching, man.
Shout out all Jamaican Raider fans out there too.
I don't think I feel like there's not a lot of Jamaican.
All
Raiders
7
fans.
of you guys.
Yeah. Make me some
Raiders,
oxtail,
man.
nigga. Raiders, man.
Raiders.
Yeah, Chargers are gonna go second for me. You know, I'm a big, obviously, Jim Harbaugh fan. So appreciate what he can do. Is it Jim or is it John?
Jim, why you say it like that?
Because he was the 49. He was
Harbaugh fan. Sounded like a recovering addict. I'm a big meth fan.
Should be telling you guys this. Yeah, with that being said, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos, and Raiders, which is crazy that Raiders are, you know what, never mind. I'm done with the Raiders. Raiders hate rhetoric. I don't want to kick them while they down.
Shout out Marty.
Shout out Marty Marr.
Blake, who your top 4?
Okay,
man?
y'all.
Oh my
Top
god.
4 on the AFC West, man. Look, number 1, it's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs. However, in the playoffs, I'm gonna fade them niggas because guess what? Winning 3 in a row is unprecedented, and you should bet with statistics and history.
Not for Jordan.
Do not bet on the Chiefs to 3-peat. I mean, yeah, you're right. I tried to bet against that nigga last year, and that shit ran in my pocket, so I might end up betting on it, but I wouldn't buy no futures. And the Chiefs obviously number 1. Not much to say about that. It will be interesting to see if Travis Kelce still got that juice. I'm very, very, very excited to see Hollywood Brown and Mahomes. Second in that division, it's got to be the Chargers. I mean, just based off talent alone, if Herbert is who he says he is, or who they say he is, I mean, you can't finish behind the Raiders or the Broncos. It's just inexcusable. And if Jim Harbaugh is that dope, I mean, I heard a podcast talking about how Jim Harbaugh always came in and slayed giants. So he went in Michigan, went and slayed Ohio State. He went in San Francisco. Who was the Titan at the time that Harbaugh was in San Francisco?
Kind of Seahawks. They were like neck and neck with
the Seahawks. It was the Seahawks, yeah. He went and destroyed the Seahawks.
I don't know about destroyed, but
and he beat the Saints a couple times too. Fuck the Niners.
Yeah. And then when Pete Carroll was at USC, who did he was with Stanford, and he came in and kicked that ass too when USC was
Andrew Luck.
Yep.
Man.
So everywhere he goes, he immediately comes and he reorganizes. He reorganizes the status quo.
Why Jim Harbaugh? Where he comes, bro.
Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert. It's really second place or bust, because if y'all don't get second place in this week after division, I don't know what to say about y'all. Now it gets interesting between the third and the fourth place, because you got first Raiders up against the down bad Broncos. Now last year the Broncos were abysmal. It's hard to see them turning that around that quickly, and so for that reason, I'm gonna say the Broncos are in fourth. They just replaced Russell Wilson with a dip and dunk 25-year-old rookie quarterback in Bo Nix.
Yo.
I haven't really much on Bo Nix to make me think he's gonna what? Where EJ go? I said dip and dunk.
Oh my god.
You got to do your thing. Step out for 10 minutes and come back, bro. We'll hold your spot down.
Are you talking about EJ? Nigga choking on his laugh. What y'all talking about?
Continue, bro. Continue.
They got it done. Bo Nix, 25-year-old. I don't understand what you're talking about. Anyway, so the Broncos gonna be in fourth place. I think Gardner Minshew, Devontae Adams, and the Las Vegas Raiders can really surprise people. Surprise, I mean, maybe win like 8 games, maybe win 7 games, and not be in last place. So
maybe
Chiefs,
2 games.
Chargers, Raiders, maybe. Broncos. Y'all gotta tell me what's so funny, because I don't understand.
Nah, you lagged for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was like a mix of you. It was a mix of the dip and dunk, and then you lagged. And then right when you lagged, I heard someone swallow so hard, bro. I literally heard a gulp, like a. I was like, damn. And then EJ started laughing, bro.
So I said, you need to step away. Oh my god.
I don't know what's good. Good ass technical difficulties. Anyways, that's me.
With it.
AFC West, Andy.
All right, man. I got the same list as Q and EJ. I'm going to keep it straight to the point. The Chiefs are the champs. I'm going to respect them till they show me a reason not to. If anything, I rarely see a champ get better, but in my opinion, they got better. Like, it's crazy. You add Hollywood on the out. They had no one to throw to. Like, the only downside to them, in my opinion, is if Kelsey takes another step back. Right, because he's really the key for the receiving core. I don't care nobody else on that team. If Kelsey's not Kelsey, that hurts him a lot. But I think Kelsey, for a tight end, he should still be able to, find his positioning, get him in spots. They added Hollywood. They added Xavier Worthy, who I think is going a great pick, exactly what they need. They still got a top 5 O-line. They got the best, him or Shanahan, the best offensive minds in football with Andy Reid. Spags got the defense on lock. I'm going to take them again. Maybe in the playoffs they fold because it's really tough to win 3 in a row. But the issue is right now with the entire NFL, there's really not, and you'll see when we do our top 10 quarterbacks, there's really not elite talent at the quarterback position like we think. We say that position is better than ever. It's really not. But let's get to number 2. Number 2, I'm taking the Chargers. Like you said, Blake, bro, it's make like you can't get second, then everybody got to go. Like we've seen 2 down seasons from Herb and company. Like you can't get second in this weak ass division besides the Chiefs. You really got to go. It's time to step up. We got to see Herb actually show out, and we've seen the stats, we've seen the talent, but it's got to come together finally. I think Harbaugh is the perfect guy to do it. Like EJ said, they don't got really talent on the outside. Might be tough throwing the ball, but they're gonna be able to run the ball, and that defense has names. Shout out Derwin James, you can stay healthy. Has names and talent. They just have not been put together. Finally, they're going to get put together. Same thing as the Niners, in my opinion, where they had a bunch of talent when Harbaugh came. They just weren't put together. And all of a sudden, we know who these guys like Bowman and Patrick Willis and all these guys are. So I'm going to put the Chargers at 2. I think Herb does just enough to start winning games. Doesn't have to show out statistically. Third, I think the Broncos are going to be not a surprise, but I don't think they're going to be trash, what you would think. Like for a rookie, I still like their roster. Their defense was low key like best in the league last year or some shit. Like they're not best. I think Ravens. There was top 3, top 5.
Second half of the season. First half,
second half of the
trash,
season.
But
Yeah, shout out the Dolphins.
But
yeah, the second half of the season they showed out. They have obviously talent on their defense side of the ball. Offensively, you got Sean Payton. He's like EJ said, the quarterback whisperer. I think Bo Nix is actually gonna have a great season. Not like make playoffs or anything, but I think they're going to be around 500. And I think Bo Nix is a dark horse for rookie of the year. I will put a little sprinkle on him. But I think they're going to be nice. Obviously, they drafted Bo Nix because he's more NFL ready, so they should have a solid season this year. The Raiders, I don't believe in any team that hires a coach based on what the players ask. I don't know why I don't believe in not Aiden Collins. I don't believe in Antonio Pierce yet. I haven't seen much from him besides some hype, the initial hype of being a new coach for a team that's really hated their previous coach. So I think it's kind of eating off that, and he got his deal off that. I don't know how good he's going to be. The roster is kind of weak besides Devontae Adams. And the quarterback, Gardner Minshew, he's a good replacement quarterback. He's not a starting quarterback. Like, there's in no case in their scenario should you be planning on him starting first season. You plan on being successful in. So they might be tanking on accident again. That's my foe.
We made it, y'all.
Solid.
Last division.
Yes, sir. We're
We
bringing it back, baby. One of the most interesting divisions left. The
AFC
AFC
East.
Yeah, that felt like a long ass time. The AFC East, baby. We got the Bills,
Putting in that work.
Dolphins, Pats, and the Jets. A lot of new moving parts in this division. Last year's winner was
Dolphins.
the Dolphins. I apologize. And last year's last place finisher was my Patriots.
None only but the weak ass.
R.I.P.
Oh, sorry. The Patriots. Sorry.
Fuck all y'all. EJ, what you got for us?
I might hate my list again. Who knows? I don't know. Y'all low key been copying my homework. We gonna see. First, we gonna have first before we even go. Y'all said NFC North was the most compelling division in the league. I think this is the most compelling division in the league,
bro. That's what I said, and Blake said it. Blake looked at me crazy.
First is gonna be the Miami Dolphins with arguably, not even arguably, they have the 2 most electrifying players in the league on offense. That's Tyreek Hill at receiver, and at running back they have Devon Achane. Now the issue with Devon Achane, can he stay healthy? Well, for the Dolphins, it don't really matter because they drafted Jalen Wright, so they have depth at running back now. All you gotta do, Tua, just throw it where Mike McDaniel tells you to throw it. That's all you gotta do, Tua, and y'all gonna be straight. They're gonna put up a lot of numbers offensively. Not too many teams are gonna be able to keep up with them. Number 2, this is where it gets tricky. I got the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers, as long as he stays healthy, the Jets are gonna be nasty. Breece Hall, arguably the best running back in the league. Christian McCaffrey's getting older. I can see Breece Hall taking up that mantle. Him or Bijan, we gonna see. Garrett Wilson, we've been seeing him route niggas up for 3 years, and he finally got a quarterback who could throw it to him. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Garrett Wilson's gonna do some work, man. And yeah, they're gonna finish second. They have a great defense. They have a defensive-minded head coach. So they just really needed that quarterback And they even made sure to have Tyrod Taylor as his backup for Rodgers, just in case he does get hurt. You'll still be able to feed the ball to Garrett Wilson. Tyrod Taylor is one of the best backups in the league. Number 3, I got the Buffalo Bills, man. Talk about a fall from grace. We're really going to see how good Josh Allen is this year. This is going to be the testament because he didn't start getting good until after Stephon Diggs came to the Bills. Now Stephon Diggs isn't even going to be on the field to be used as a decoy. You let Gabe Davis walk. Let's see what you can do. Can you raise the floor of your team not having any established receivers like we saw Pat Mahomes do with the Chiefs the last 2-3 years? He's going to be throwing to Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, MVS, and Matt Collins. Those are not household names. Keon Coleman, he runs like a 4.6 40. He's not somebody that you can rely on to get downfield or have separation. And he's a rookie. So he's not going to be really dynamic until his second, third year into the league when he really starts learning how to read defenses. Khalil Shakir, he's mainly a slot guy. So what's Josh Allen going to do? He's not going to be able to just bomb it down the field to MVS every play. I'm expecting him to have a lot of turnovers this year. James Cook will probably be like the only bright spot out of that offense other than Josh Allen. And I'm looking through right now, trying to. Von Miller healthy? Does anyone know? He hasn't been healthy since he went to Buffalo, man.
Yeah, they say no. It's safe to assume he's gonna be hurt. This dude is almost 40.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
Nothing about him.
I don't think he's had a single sack for the Bills since they signed him to that big contract.
I don't know if he's played the game.
6 years, 120.
Yeah, I don't think he's had a single sack. Probably not a lot. I think it's all front loaded. Yeah, it's all front loaded too.
And then last and definitely least, the Patriots. Jacoby Brissett's probably going to start off the season being the starting quarterback. We'll see how they do throughout the season. It might be a full season long thing where they just want Drake May and Joe Milton to learn under Jacoby Brissett. Who do I think is better between Drake May and Joe Milton? I have no idea, to be honest. Joe Milton's a practice hero, and Drake May is really nice in the pocket. But honestly, from the games that I've seen so far in the preseason, Joe Milton might be more dynamic and might fit NFL offenses a little bit better. Ramondre Stevenson, I think the jig is up with him. Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, KJ Osborne. It's really a middle of the pack.
That's all this smoke for Ramondre.
Have you seen his numbers, bro? It's not the greatest, bro.
Bro, he's solid, bro. He's solid.
Nah.
Why y'all go say the smoke on my God, bro? He's solid.
Jalen Polk is nice out of the wide receiving group, but other than that, they have a lot of work to do in New England. So shout out your bro Peppers, though. So yeah, I got number 1, Dolphins, number 2, the Jets, number 3, the Bills, number 4, Andy's New England Patriots.
I wish we started this podcast in like 2001. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I would say this is probably the most exciting division. I'm gonna be controversial just because I just feel like it. It's the last one. I just want to be a little delusional here. I'm gonna go Jets first. I'm gonna go Jets number 1. Because look, if Aaron Rodgers didn't tear his Achilles on the first play of last year's season, the Jets probably would have been in the playoffs, probably would have made some moves, probably would have shocked the world. And I think that's going to be this year. Right behind them, if not, should be number 1. It's Miami. All those tools they got, Tyreek, Achane, Waddle, Tua. Hopefully his ass don't get knocked unconscious 3 times this year. Yeah, crazy amount of talent on that team. Buffalo, it's wild that I'm putting he's tripping, bro.
I fucking got Tourette's. That Donald Trump shit.
It's crazy that the Bills in New England are just at the bottom of the AFC East right now, but that's just reality. I mean, it's really crazy. right now that Buffalo fail that quick. But like EJ said, gotta prove what you can do without having Stefan on the field. Josh, 6'4" crackhead, like Andy said. So let's see if he went to rehab and got off the crack. And of course, last and definitely least. Definitely, I don't know if I said
God,
definitely.
One more.
I think the pod. I think we got to cut the pod right now. Should have cut for this segment. Leave this shit for weekend.
It's gonna be New England, man. Yeah, I don't really have too much to say about that. They got their new quarterback, Drake Gay, coming in.
Hey, Drake May, stand up. Show these niggas, bro. It's time to show these niggas, bro. They're not putting respect on your name. You show these niggas.
Yeah, Drake, they about to put this at the beginning of his highlight reel.
Just kidding.
It's about to be hard.
Drake, gay. As he throws 50-yard bombs, bro. Just watch. Just watch, y'all. Just watch.
But yeah, I got that.
You'll be on the bench, bro.
Just watch.
He's not gonna start, dog.
He's starting.
Lizzie Blake, that's you.
That's me. All right then.
The craziest intros to your fucking. My God.
Welcome to Blake's take of the AFC East standing.
Say it ain't so.
My prediction, I'm gonna throw y'all a whirlwind. I'm gonna do y'all crazy the same way I did y'all for the AFC North. I'm gonna give you a surprise third place team. That third place team is gonna be the Miami Dolphins.
Damn it. That was gonna be our Patriots.
Nope. The Miami Dolphins also, I think, maxed out.
Wait, what?
I think the Miami Dolphins maxed out last season in terms of their production. They had a 70-point game, I believe,
Against the Broncos.
Against the Broncos. Yeah, I think a historic offensive season. With that being said, I think Tyreek Hill is another year older. He's not made of adamantium, which is Wolverine's. For you nerds out there, that's what Wolverine's made out of.
Nigga, you the nerd.
This dude is mortal. This dude is mortal, and you saw what happened last season. The entire complexion of the Miami Dolphins went pale white and deflated once Tyreek Hill tweaked his hamstring, and I think that's only going to become more and more frequent. Devon Achane, I don't think many people understand that he only eclipsed 20 touches twice last season. A quarter of his points last season came in 150-point explosion. He has Raheem Mostert to compete with touches for, and another running back that they just drafted. Devon Achane is probably the most grossly overrated running back for this season. I think it's just a little bit of an obsession with fantasy in that 150-point week. Tua Tagovailoa, I mean, he's solid. He's going to be consistent. He's going to be a B+ player. He's not going to be anything lower. He's not going to be anything better. He's going to be a B+ player. I really think the success of this team comes from Coach McDaniel. And I guess, yeah, we'll have to see. But, this team maxes out. They're going to have to go through Baltimore. They're going to have to go through maybe Cincy. They're going to have to go through KC. And the only way that this team's actually going to find success in the postseason is if they go off in the regular season. And I just don't see that happening. So that's my diatribe on the Miami Dolphins. In fourth place, I got the Patriots. This team is just perennially...
Makes sense.
I mean, yeah. I'm not going to say perennially cursed, but, Bill Belichick drove them into the ground. The first mistake, Digger block. And I blame the owner for that one. So it's going to take years to rebuild and make up for all the damage that they've done. So there's not really much to talk about from a talent standpoint. It's clearly obvious fourth place. I do think the Buffalo Bills, I'm having trouble between the second, third seed. I do think the Buffalo Bills still have what it takes to run that division, but I'm gonna go ahead and lean on the New York Jets, even though they are a little cursed. If Aaron Rodgers does stay healthy, and even if he's 80% of who he was, I believe 2 years ago when he won MVP, they're gonna be great. With Breece Hall and their wide receiver Wilson. So I think I'm gonna go with the New York Jets at number 1, and I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills at number 2. I think Josh Allen still has a lot in the bag. He's universally accepted as the second best quarterback in the NFL. He is a walking threat to be MVP at any season, and he's kind of just a walking one-man army on offense. They're not really going to miss Stephon Diggs. I think that relationship was already showing a lot of faults and cracks 2 years ago, and it definitely manifested on the field towards the end. And I think, despite their struggles, they didn't really miss him. So yeah, with that being said, I think Josh Allen can carry the team to at least the second seed, if not the first seed. So I got Jets 1, Bills 2, Dolphins 3, and Patriots 4.
Real cute, y'all. Some real cute shit y'all got going on today, huh? Time for y'all to put fucking respect on the Patriots, bro. 6 chips. 6 chips. I put my mic down to show y'all the number. 6 chips. You feel me? We really chipped up over here. Rings galore, bro. Look like Nick Cannon with all these rings on me. Like, stop playing with me, bro. The
EJ,
Pats.
you muted. EJ, you muted.
And he should stay muted.
I know. I just didn't want him to hear what I was saying. I was talking hella shit.
God damn. Y'all put respect on the young Drake May. All right, he's going to be a demon.
But where you finna put him? Fourth.
Up your ass.
I thought
I'm going to start backwards. I got the Patriots at 4th. I got them at 4th. We are absolute garbage. We're going to be one of the worst teams this year. We're going to continue building and actually drafting fucking players instead of what the fuck Bill Belichick was doing the last 5 years. So, yeah, we got a rookie coach. I'm not even sure if I'm sold on Gerard Mayo, but I do like black coaches being in the league and getting jobs and opportunities. So I'm happy for that. Drake May got promised. He looked slightly NFL ready. Jacoby Brissett probably going to be the starter week 1. Shout out black coaches and black QBs. Black jobs are back. And yeah, this team is going to be trash. I don't even think they're going to be competitive in certain games. They just don't have any talent anywhere, to be honest. So yeah, let's just hope for us nobody gets a serious injury this year. At 3,
They've got to clip up the black jobs. Got to clip that up right there.
we will. We're gonna cut your part out too because you keep cutting out. And at three, we are putting the Miami Dolphins at 3. I agree with Blake. They topped out last year, man. Don't do this, man. Don't buy this shit. They were 1-6 against teams that made the playoffs. They only gonna get a tougher schedule being first place in the division. They got a tough ass schedule. Go down that schedule. They got a lot of L's on that shit. And Tua, we got a lucky, healthy year out of Tua. I think they lost somebody on their O-line. They lost like 1 or 2 people on their O-line. Q, what are you doing, bro?
What am I doing?
Oh, it's like you was beating your knee like crazy.
Nothing. Keep going. Keep going.
I was like, I know mine is fire, but ain't that fire? Shit. Oh, that is just crazy. If you listen
I got a little bounce.
If you listening with no video, I'm very sorry for the shit we've been up to today. I'm very sorry. But yeah, I got the Dolphins. I think they topped out, man. They peaked out. They didn't perform well against good teams. We got a mostly healthy.
Hey, that's crazy, bro.
That is real crazy.
Finish the list. Finish the list.
I bet you like that, huh? Yeah, you're not gonna talk about Tua.
Yeah,
number 1, boy. Until that number 1 hit. But yeah, we got a lot of health luck last year. Obviously, you got one of the greatest offensive minds calling play. So I don't think they're gonna fall off offensively, but defensively, they still got hella questions. They got cool people in the back end, but up front. I don't know, man. I got a lot of questions. They got a lot of talent, but I still got questions about the QB. I got questions. My thing with the Dolphins is if you can't consistently if you can only beat up on the bottom feeders, eventually that's going to come and bite you, because if anything happens to disrupt your rhythm, you're going to be a mid to bad team. So I think the Dolphins are going to take a couple more L's this year, end up in third. Don't think they're going to be bad, but I think they're going to be mid, which is really what they are, to be honest. And at 2, I got the New York Jets. I like the Jets. On paper, they look like one of the best teams in AFC. On paper, last year the issue was a quarterback. I think this year the issue is still going to be the quarterback, which is crazy to say about Aaron Rodgers, but we haven't seen him ball. The last time we saw him really ball out was like 3 years ago. Had a bad years last year with the Packers. Last year, obviously, got hurt within 4 games. Jets curse. And this year, it's like choosing the Chargers over the Chiefs 5 years ago. Like, this, just don't get cute with it. The Jets are not doing shit this year. They might make the playoffs, but that's about it. Everywhere else, they're stacked. Offensive line is supposed to be rebuilt, but we've seen how that shit goes. I don't trust the head coach. Aaron Rodgers got to stay healthy. Even if he's healthy, he does not look like he has the same mobility. He's got the arm, but when your legs go, it's like a basketball player. We've seen that with Klay Thompson. When your legs go, your shot goes. When your legs go, your arm starts to take a little, even though he's really never really relied on his legs, I still think he's too old, and we're going to see some he's not going to be the Aaron Rodgers we once knew. So I still think they're going to be competitive enough to get second, but not enough to win the division. I'm taking the Bills at 1. I know they lost a lot of talent, but we know one thing. Sean McDermott is going to have this defense at minimum solid. They at minimum going to be solid. He's a great defensive mind. They're going to be solid to great. And then offensively, I actually like what they're doing. They doing the shit that Mahomes and Herbert are doing and Brady has done. Don't worry about having Josh Allen show out. We know how good he is. He don't need to be throwing the ball 50 times a game. Get your run game right. Have enough weapons. Y'all didn't even mention Curtis Samuel, who I think is a big grab for him. I think that's a big dynamic playmaker for him, even in the end zone and in the short yardage game. I think they just got to let Josh Allen do enough to make winning plays and then run the damn ball, which is what they did last year. Last year, the last 8 games, it wasn't just that they had beef with Stephon and Josh Allen. It's that they found a run game, and they finally started running the ball, which they should have been doing, and they finally started winning games. So Josh Allen need to be settled in a little bit. Run the ball, play great defense, go back, treat him more like a rookie, and let him make winning plays when the time's right. That's my top 4.
Y'all got a lot of faith.
Shout out Coach McDermott, man.
Josh Allen is still – yeah, we made it, baby. It's not – it's end on top. We made it, baby. If y'all stuck with us through the whole pod, damn, y'all need a life. But we appreciate y'all. But
hey,
damn,
y'all real ones.
Damn.
Y'all some real ones for sure.
I hope y'all was multitasking through this.
Yeah, man. I hope you got a bitch on the side.
I'm about to say,
you know,
y'all should be
listen at work,
podcast.
y'all.
Yeah, listen at work.
Podcast at work.
Listen at work, yeah.
Great.
If you listening at work, oh yeah, because clearly they're not, at listening right now. They're gonna listen during the daytime. So yeah, forget what we said. But we're not doing podcasts this long no more, y'all.
Ever.
Okay. So don't get used to this.
It's a rare scenario.
Watch, we're about to do it next episode.
Next 4 hours.
Just wait for the NBA preview.
The NBA preview is gonna be vicious.
We're gonna break up previews.
High key though.
Yeah, we gotta start previewing early.
Yeah.
We should have been doing one division a week.
A day.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
But real talk, we appreciate y'all tapping in though. These are all division winners. You can you know where to follow us. This weekend we got a special NFL pod on Saturday. Hopefully it'll be dropping Saturday during the day. If not, it'll be dropping Saturday night. But it's gonna be a really dope NFL pod. We're gonna have betting lines. We're gonna be talking about our favorite bets. We're gonna be choosing we're gonna be naming our top 10 QBs. We're gonna be choosing our award winners for the year, coach of the year, all that. So make sure y'all tap in from us in the fellas. Appreciate y'all. Get ready for NFL Week 1, baby.
Like Sean McDermott said, you need to work together like the terrorists on 9/11.
I'm putting the Bills back in too. Putting the Bills back in too.
Peace.